everything is up. Players, talk for a second. Just everybody say hi.
Hello.
Howdy.
Yeah,
Hello.
let's go. Everything's working. All right, you guys, welcome so much to The Last Stand. This is the Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network's very first TTRPG campaign. It is action adventure. It is homebrew. I am just making shit up as I go along, and I found 5 people who wanted to do that with me. So that is amazing. Welcome you guys to our first show. I'm going to go around the room, let everybody introduce themselves first, and then we're going to update you, the audience, about this world, and we're going to jump right into this amazing TTRPG story that should be really fun and funny and butt-clenching, and you guys can take bets on how many characters these wonderful, wonderful players have to go through. So let's start with Adam. Adam, introduce yourself to everybody, and then tag somebody after you go.
Hey everybody, I'm Adam Kornman. I'm a writer, director, and performer out here in Los Angeles, California. And I don't know if we're introducing our characters right now. We may get to that later, but I'm so excited to be a part of this with my best space wife and all of these amazing performers. I'm going to hand it off to Matt.
Which one?
They're both Matt.
Oh, Matt Davis.
Hi, I'm Matt Davis. Yeah. You can see we're organized here. I'm also a voice actor. I'm based in Colorado. And we'll go to the other Matt.
The other Matt's not here today, but there's an Alex.
Oh, the other Matt. Okay, let's go to Alex then.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Alex, based out of Gettysburg, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. Off to a great start already. The dice are gonna love me. I dabble in voice acting. I'm mainly a giant supporter of Tales of the Forgotten. I love everybody here. They are my online family. And I'm going to pass it off to Tiani.
Hey there, I'm Tiani, voice actor based in Orlando, Florida. This is my first campaign, so chances of survival are low. And I will... Who's left?
Me.
Pass it off. Okay. To you.
I'll take it. Hello, everyone. I am Torin, or Torin Talks Creativity. I am a voice actor and digital artist out in Washington. And yeah, I'm not new to TTRPGs. I've played one cypher game before. It went horribly, meaning I rolled 1 success in 10 episodes, but it's fine. I'm sure this will be better, and all my characters are going to do brilliant. I'm excited. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so exciting. All right. So let me give you guys a little bit of information more for the audience, so about the world that you will find these characters in, and then we're just gonna jump right into the role play. A lot of rule is cool type DMing style that I absolutely love to do. So I'm gonna, full disclosure, I found this idea on TikTok. I don't remember the guy's name, but when I find his name, I will give him the proper credit for this. But he basically had the idea is, what if something happened in a city that was super traumatic, and you just had 6 normal players that had to basically deal with it, and every roll was a live or die type roll because you're 6 normal people. And that was basically the idea. And so that's what I have thrust these characters into. So like I said, we are playing a very loose version of the cypher system. We're going to use effort, dice rolling. They have skills, but they don't have any abilities because they're just 6 normal people. So sometimes the rolls will be for life or death. Sometimes the rolls will just be, oh, well, now you don't have a leg anymore. Hope somebody has a first aid kit. Stuff like that. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So these players find themselves in a nameless city. Insert cool city name here. It is the year, we're just going to go with around 3043. Earth has been a utopia for a very long time. So think all beautiful, progressive, utopian ideas have been done. We are part of an intergalactic family. You can go to Mars and hang out with aliens. You'll see aliens on the street. Archangels are real, and they're aliens too. And, everything is just cool and UBI. Star Trek, people. Think fucking Star Trek. That's what we have right now on Earth. So everything has been fine for a really, really, really long time. Except over the last 12 months or so, there's been like this weird undercurrent. And maybe your characters have paid attention. Maybe they are not really in tune with fuck all, so they haven't really felt it. But something has been going on. Something has been off. one of the reasons that Earth is this utopia is because of something that the Terenzio family, which was like this, used to be this group of like mobsters, but like in 2012, they did some cool shit and they basically helped propelled Earth out of the dark ages. Like nobody really talks about what happened before 2012 because 2012 is just like gross. It was like, oh my God, I can't even believe that we were acting like that. Like that's crazy. But now, everything is so peachy, and the Terenzios are like lauded as like these great people, and they've got all these organizations. And one of those organizations is called SVT Dimensional Control, because at some point in the future, it was found out that there are multiple dimensions. So we put all these teams together to go to all these different worlds, and it was really cool. But like the last 12 months, there's been like some beefing, apparently, like some drama. So if your characters like drama, maybe you was on Reddit every night, like, oh my God, what's the tea? Where people were like, maybe SVT Dimensional Control and the people who work for them aren't as cool as we thought. And like just a month ago, there was like an explosion and like a firefight like in the city. Like some poor Uber driver got like kidnapped, according to like who you ask, by like people who worked at SVTDC. So like some people are like, no, we have to trust them. They're fighting against something clearly. And other people are like, nah, they're terrorists. Like we're about to go back to the Stone Age. Like, so just you could just be on whatever side you want. So, but that's about it. Like, there's just been this weird undercurrent of like weirdness. But other than that, your days have been, normal, whatever a normal day is for your character. So let's find that out. Let's find out what a normal day for your character is. Torin, why don't you go first? Tell me what your character is up to right now and why they find themselves downtown today.
Well, they work downtown. Her name is Beth Lee Strauss. She owns Sunshine Bakery. And sorry, I shouldn't have done that while you're drinking.
Cover my camera. I'm so sorry. No, you're so good. Please continue.
She owns Sunshine Bakery. She's a working gal, She wakes up early before everyone gets up, makes everything dough, has everything set from the night before, makes icing in the morning, and makes sure that everybody wakes up with just a little bit of sunshine. So,
I love her.
Yeah, she's just a sweetheart.
So she's working right now. She in her bakery?
Yeah, she's at her bakery, darling. She is just working her little tail up. Now, I say little, she's a little plump. But you know what? Why would you trust a baker that isn't? Come on. They got to know how they're doing. Mm-hmm. They got to know what's good. So, yeah, she is working. And, she's a strong woman and very sweet until you try to get, like, little hands in the cookie jar and you just get slapped for it. But, yeah, little hand slaps. Nothing bad. Just, we don't tolerate that here.
Right.
But, yeah, she is working right now downtown.
Okay. Alex, what's your character doing? Who are they, and what are they up to right now?
Paul Bartel. He works at the Pearl Diner. He is a line cook. Mm-hmm. He is very jaded. He has been doing this for a long time, but he's really good at it. Mm-hmm. It's comfy work, slinging burgers, fries, working on the special. It's what his mind needs. He needs the routine. He needs the repetition.
Sure.
And as a hobby, he's been teaching himself to tinker with this and that and repair stuff to maybe boost his income a bit. Mm-hmm. And he's gotten to the point where his boss at the diner will even say, "Hey, this machine or the meat slicer is acting weird. Could you take a look at it?" Which is code for I don't want to pay someone to do this. So he has his set of tools and his mechanics magazine in his backpack, and he'll take it out and he'll take a look, and sometimes he can fix it and sometimes he can't. But yeah, he's a screw spinner and a spud slinger.
I love it. I love that. Matt, introduce us to your character. What's he doing?
So my character is Sergeant Tommy Mitchell. He's a police officer, a very proud police officer in a utopia. Mm-hmm. So he's basically writing tickets for littering and jaywalking, and there's not a lot of serious crime going on. But he takes his job very seriously. He wants to protect people, and he's just walking around town making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Love that. Just chilling. Okay. Tiani, go ahead. What's your character doing?
My character is Anais Sheffield. She is a spacecraft flight attendant on the Mars Express. She's chronically fatigued. She's slightly awkward so that she doesn't really like people. She's there to get the job done on the Mars Express. This is not some bougie, like real expensive. This is here. You need to get to where you're going, and she's there to get you to where you're going, and that's about it. We're not gonna. She's there to get paid. Um, she's in downtown right now because to diminish the stress of so many flights on her body, she has to do strength training and things like that to keep herself in shape, be able to work. So she's going to the Mars Express gym facilities right now to do her rock climbing and weightlifting. Um, yeah, she's very smart. She can be quite measured with her actions. She's kind of risk averse. She wants to do what she has to do and get going. She doesn't want to sit, linger, doesn't want to small talk with you. Just get out of her way, let her get to where she's going, and that's about it.
Okay. I can't wait for all these characters to meet each other. Adam, what you got for us?
All right. Well, I'm going to be playing Dante Fogo. Dante Fogo is a 27-year-old firefighter, and he joined the fire department straight out of high school, which is odd because at 27, he's still a probie because the written exam took him several years to really pass. And it's a 6-month academy, so, read into that what you might. But he is tall, he's handsome, he's carrying an axe, even though it's the year 3248 and they have better technology, but they don't really trust him with that just yet. But right now he's downtown picking up food for the department to make sure that all of his guys back at the station are well fed and ready to fight the fires.
Just out of curiosity, did Dante stop by either the bakery or the diner to pick up this food? Like, where's he going to get the food?
I would imagine Dante walked past Beth's Bakery, and there was probably a line just out the front, and he's looking at the different rolls, and he's like, croissant, I don't know, man, like, that sounds pretty advanced. I'm just gonna go get them Danish.
You can't hear Pixel, but she's choking on
he goes down to a bodega, if there are still bodegas in the year 3248. And he's going in. It's one of those ones where, like, there's the hot dogs on the roller,
sure.
And he's opening up a stale Danish thing and just dumping it into a bag, getting the hot coffee that's been sitting there for 25,000 years.
I love everything about this.
Bodegas endure.
They are timeless forever and ever. Right. So, okay. So your characters are doing what they're doing, bakery, cooking, rock climbing, trying to get that good Danish, just walking down the street being like, hey, kid, crosswalk, all that good stuff. And you all probably, you feel it. And it's more than likely like that moment when like the hair on your arms just kind of starts to prickle a little bit, and or like the back of your neck. It's just like a sudden feeling of immediate unease, and then there is this vibration that you feel underneath your feet. And if you kind of look to the windows to look outside, you will see that in the distance there appears to be this giant explosion, and the impact of that races towards you all, and it doesn't matter how deep in a building you are all gonna get knocked out. And I will have you all go to my screen share and tell me when you are there, and make sure that you have your sound on.
There.
I am there.
Okay, I'm there.
You're there? All right.
So scared.
Why you are knocked out, this is what you hear.
People say that bad memories cause the most pain. But actually, it's the good ones that drive you insane. They called us the Forgotten, but I remember. I remember what it felt like to soar across the universe. I remember what it felt like to be connected and overwhelmed by love. I remember the joy of every life that I've lived. I remember what it felt like to be free. They called us the Forgotten. I didn't believe that. I didn't believe Source, God, whatever you want to call it, had forsaken us. We've done that, all on our own. You are not heroes. None of us are. But maybe, just maybe, you'll remember what it's like. Maybe, just maybe, you'll take your power back where the rest have failed. Maybe, just maybe, you'll make them believe again. You'll make them remember. Now, wake up.
Sorry, the music gets me really pumped. Okay. And right as this voice that you hear while you're knocked out says wake up, you do. And it's your ears are ringing a little bit. And it's like when you watch a movie and you can hear the sounds of chaos, but they're faint and they come in slowly. And now, what was once a very normal, peaceful day, you hear the sounds of absolute chaos outside. And I will let you tell me what your characters do next before we go to the next part.
I'll go first because I started first, but I think Beth is like kind of like eases. It's a little tough. Eases herself up off the ground. Bones hurting a little bit, and just like touch it, make sure she's there. You know what I mean? And just like those. They all left me on this floor. Like I imagine she looks around, all her little helpers are gone. Number one, hopefully they're okay. Out loud, she says that. But number two, I can't believe they just left me here. My God. Anyway, all right, okay, this is fine. This is fine. And I'm gonna look around. Number one, just see if I have all my bits, and number two, try to slowly get up, make sure they all work if they are there.
Yeah, you have all your bits. You're able to get up. It looks like the people in your bakery, Beth. Obviously some of them, like you said, just was like they was out. But some other ones look like they're kind of picking themselves off the floor too, and people are kind of like, it's that confused kind of what's going on. And then people are walking out of the bakery, and you see that this one particular woman, maybe one of your regulars, she walks up outside. She looks up at the sky, and she goes pale. Like she's just covering her mouth, looking up at something, and she's just frozen.
I mean, unfortunately for Beth, she is a very caring person, so she's going to run right up to her, and I'm going to call her Sally. I don't actually know if that's her name, but she's too nice to correct me. Sally, darling, what is it? And like, just kind of, comfort in hands, not creepy hands, and like look up and unfortunately take in what she's looking at.
Sure. So when you come outside, you notice it well that it looked like that kind of impact did a little bit of damage to the buildings all around you guys. But that's kind of secondary. What's primary is that up in the sky are a fuck ton of spaceships. Now, normally this wouldn't be a big deal. It's 3043. There's spaceships all the fucking time. But these don't look right. They don't look like the Mars transportation ships or the interdimensional traveling vessels. They don't look anything like that. These are huge and ominous looking, and it looks like there's fighting going on these ships. Like, you guys have seen Archangels before. In fact, fucking Megatron has a goddamn embassy for angel and human relations, like down in the depths of the city. Like, it's not a big deal to see angels, but they're fighting. They are literally swarming around this thing, attacking it and something else. And now on everyone's phone is doing that emergency. Right. And it's a very like, please stay calm. We are working on the situation. Please go back into your homes or places of businesses and stay calm. The one world government is and then the message cuts out.
Is that from the SVT or like the government?
That's the that would be
Just
from like
down
like
Just want to know.
yeah.
All
Oh
right.
no, very specific. No, it's a good question. Great question.
SVT. Oh, they're liars. No, okay. So given that, I'm gonna wrap my arms around her and just say, Ellie, now come on, honey. It's okay. We're gonna go inside, and we're gonna figure this out. There are tunnels back here because it's all connected back here. We can go through. It's fine. And I'm gonna grab her and gently, of course, not creepily, just help her inside. And in fact, knowing Beth, she probably has like first aid. It's minimal, like Band-Aid level, but gonna grab that. And I honestly even think she has her equalizer, which is probably something akin to a bat or like, short, like,
sure.
I mean, she calls her a boomstick, but it doesn't actually boom. She's the boom behind the stick. Anyway, and probably go into the back. And I'm assuming there's probably some like doors. You know how like malls at least used to operate? There's like tunnels and service entrances and things like that. She's probably going to try to get everybody to come with her in there.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Yeah. Sure. Okay. While Beth's trying to finagle people, what's everybody else doing?
I'm guessing since I was out on the street, I'm laying on my back looking up on the sky when I wake up.
Or your stomach, or you're curled into the fetal position.
Yeah.
You tell me, bro. How did you land?
I landed on my back. The first thing I opened my eyes to is what's taking place in the sky. So I'm going to take a minute or two to gather myself up, make sure I'm not hurt, stand up. And then as soon as I realize what's going on, I'm going to get on the radio to headquarters and ask them what's happening.
Yeah. So you grab your radio and you're like, called it in. And you hear your captain say to you, "We can't confirm, but it sounds like listen, just get people somewhere safe because I don't even know what this like. It's big and there's a lizard, dude. Like there's a and it just ate Bobby. It just ate fucking Bobby, man. And I'm sorry for my language, but it just, oh my God." And shh.
Okay. So I don't even know what safe is. Well, in that case, since it's up in the sky, I'm going to start ushering anybody I see on the street to get inside, start screaming at people, get inside.
Sure.
And I'm going to head towards what am I nearest? I'm going to head towards.
You tell me. The diner, the bakery? Let's say you're like kind of in between the diner and the bakery. Where you going?
All right. I'm going to head to the diner.
Okay. All right.
Because cops like coffee and donuts.
So. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Alex, you're in the diner. Tell us what's going on with you.
Paul has just come to against the freezer. He kind of gets up. The back of his head is sore and his ears are ringing. He's looking around. The kitchen is in chaos, and the owner of the diner, Wallace, he's slumped against a counter, and there are two other employees that are. One has a dish towel, and he's kind of like bleeding from the side of his head. And I look over to the first aid kit, and it's already gone. They've already got it, so they're helping him. So I go out to check on the people who were in the diner because we got plate glass windows, and that's my first worry. I look around, I see some people are lacerated, some people are knocked out, some people are getting up and coming to. I go to check on them, and a cop walks through the door, and I look up, I say, "Hey man, what's going on?"
There's spaceships up in the sky. Spaceships like I've never seen before. And everything is damaged outside. Not a lot, but a bit. It looks like people are hurt here. Do you need some help?
Yeah, man, this was a decent shift too. I'll check everyone here. I can definitely tell you that my boss he's back in the kitchen. He's bleeding from his head. I don't know how bad it is.
Okay.
I get on my phone. I call the emergency services as I start checking on people, saying, "Are you okay?" Seeing the people that are still in the booths, people who are mixed up in all the tables that got thrown back against the back of the wall. It's just hell. It just helped. My precious monotony has been disturbed, and I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I
Paul, I will tell you that you try to call and it's a busy signal, dude. There's nothing.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm not getting anything on my phone.
Yeah.
We're I turned to the cop. What's your name, man?
I'm Tommy. What's yours?
Tommy. Paul. Listen. When you were out there, did you manage to reach anybody?
I got through to headquarters for a minute, but it sounded really weird, and they were talking about some strange creatures, and people were dying.
Man, okay. Paul, he's gonna run back. He's gonna say, "Give me a sec." He's gonna run back into the kitchen, check on the boss. The boss, he's conscious again. Yeah, he's kind of like, "Whoa, what's going on, man?" But they're treating his wound, and I go to my coworker Nancy. I say, "Look, Nancy, you and Rodriguez look after the boss. Take care of his wound. I wasn't able to get through to emergency services. I don't think phones work. But I met a cop. He came in. I'm gonna take my stuff and go with him and see if I can get anything and bring it back here. All right. So keep everyone calm, and he's gonna grab his backpack, put it on, and he's gonna go. I forgot the cop's name. I'm sorry. Remind
Tommy.
me.
Tommy.
Tommy.
He's gonna go back up to Tommy and say, okay, I got my stuff. If you need a pair of hands, I'm here. So if you got a plan, give it to me.
Well, let's start with people who are badly hurt, and I'm going to start pulling tables off people and seeing who's really, really hurt.
All right.
I'm going to leave you guys with that. You guys are helping the people in the diner do their thing, right? I'm going to get to you, Adam and Tiani, because I really want to know. But just real quick, Beth, bad news. So
Yes.
that
Oh, no.
those back tunnels that you guys are about to try to go to, you hear the sound of what sounds like a subway car, and there's not supposed to be a subway car. And there is a subway, but it shouldn't be there. And then all of a sudden, you feel that rumble again, and like almost like a couple feet in front of you, fucking subway car comes crashing through the wall and pretty much blocks your back exit.
Oh, and I think if they could hear, because the subway is super freaking loud, you just hear, oh hell no! But she would grab Sally. Again, she's got quick hands. She does have reflexes. Might take a minute, but the instinct is there, and just will absolutely try to turn around and be like, the buildings aren't safe. The buildings aren't safe. Like going a little faster. Her little tiny feet.
Covered in dust and shit now. Like she's having a rough
Yeah, just like this is not okay, and like wiping her face off and making sure Sally can see. If anyone else came with us, oh, now she's scared to keep going. All right. Well, okay. Are there any doors open other than like her bakery? Like
we're gonna get back to that. So I'm just gonna
assume
that, Sally comes to the front and now she's looking for other places to go. That's a great spot to believe her.
Yeah.
Let's hey, Anise, what's up?
So Anais, she was, getting ready. She was stretching in the gym. She wasn't climbing yet, thank goodness. So when she comes to, just kind of checking on herself, making sure she's all right. She's also not sure what's going on, but she's definitely thinking she should have quit this job a long time ago because this building, she's pretty sure is something with the company. They didn't pay something. Something's going on. So she's ready to quit immediately. That's what she's thinking about. And when she hears the alert, now she's like, all right, by the way, I got to get out of this building because this thing right here, it'll be the first thing to collapse. So she's grabbing her water bottle, her gym bag. She's out the door. She's not checking on people. She's gone. Sorry.
So she just comes out into the street like, I don't give a fuck about nobody stepping over motherfuckers.
Super relatable. Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Anyways, so she gets out the door. She looks up. She sees the spaceships. Now she's like, oh, shit. She looks across. She sees a cop running into the diner. wants to follow, but then she hears a whole bunch of screaming. She sees the glass. She sees people on the. She's like, no, we can't do that. Too many people. She's gonna get roped into trying to help somebody. She's not about that either. So we say no to the diner. So she knows the bakery is across, so that's her first instinct. Get out of her HQ, go to the bakery, because you know what? There's not a lot of people. She doesn't hear a lot of screaming. He saw the owner outside, and then the owner went back inside, so she's assuming that they should be good to go, at least in the bakery. So that's where she was headed. She was definitely not going to the diner. She's headed to the bakery. So I guess she sees Beth come running out, because I'm assuming at this point they're running out the door to get away from the subway. So now she's kind of stuck. She's staring at the bakery owner like, I was headed to you. What is going on now? So she goes up to the bakery owner and she says, pretty much, what the F? What the hell is going on? I was headed to you.
Darling.
Where are you going?
Darling, there was a subway. That's not supposed to be there. So you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna go the other way. It's fine. It's fine. And she's trying to like, you know, that panic, calm down. Like, it's all right. If we lose our shit now, we're never gonna get it back. So let's go. And I think if there's literally like anything that doesn't have glass in it, like food, you know what I mean? She's gonna get like a potato sack and literally just throw some food in it that doesn't have glass and broken crap in it. And then look at Sally and be like, Sally, are you okay? And then make Sally carry it. But, you know, no, make sure she's okay. She's gonna carry it. That's gonna carry it. And if there wasn't a way through the tunnels the opposite way, then probably try to go outside and like just get the fuck out of here. Or at least like if there's people around that she can pick up and kind of help, because she will try to help a little bit. But just look at our newfound person and just be like, Darla, I have no idea, but like I said, subway where there's supposed to be people, that's not a subway tunnel, that's people tunnel, and we need to get out. I don't know where we're going, but if you can carry something, we got to go. And I think looking for able-bodied people as they go. Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
So
look at
Anais
that-
is
No, go ahead.
definitely gonna pick up some stuff because she said, you know what, that's a good idea.
Yeah, darling, take
Go
anything.
ahead.
You're good. Take it. It's fine.
She has her bag.
I'll figure it out.
Definitely is gonna do that.
Okay, so Anise and Anais, I'm gonna do it, Tiani. I swear to fuck. Anais and Beth are now in the bakery grabbing stuff that doesn't have glass on. Beth is kind of being concerned about people, but you know what? Listen, so a lot of people are helping people. Some people are like Anais, and they were just like, nah, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. But it's it's like kind of a mix of the two, right? Dante, how's the Danish?
So Dante comes to, and the Danish, the coffee, everything has spilled on the floor. And to be honest, the Danish is the only reason the coffee has not gone anywhere. It has absorbed up all of that liquid.
Mm-hmm.
As he comes to, that voice still echoing in his head, oh man, that was a weird podcast. And he's going to kind of look around, see all the chaos. He's going to look. It's a freestanding bodega next to a very fancy bakery. No one's there except for the clerk, Cheyenne. So he'd go, hey, Chi-Chi, are you doing okay? That was pretty crazy there.
What the fuck just happened? What the fuck was that?
Hey, you know what they say here in big city? It sucks.
Yeah,
he
no,
looks
it sucks.
outside.
Like, I feel like like last night I took like 8 mushrooms and I thought I was still fucked up. But that nice lady down the street told me that all I would do would just get like a nice like little like high and maybe I'd be able to like talk to the angels, because I keep praying to Michael, but that bitch never answers. It's crazy.
Now, see, that's why I don't fuck with Portobello. I always make a bolognese. But hey, we should get out of here. There's it's terrible. There's a bakery in the door, and if I don't come back with at least some profiteroles or something, Captain's gonna have my ass. So let's go over there. I'll pick up. We can get out to the station. And as he's kind of like ushering this, I would imagine a teenager or a young kid working at a bodega who's just, this is the shittiest job after school. So he's ushering her out. He just looks over and grabs the largest can of energy drink. XL monster beast mode, whatever, and just stuffs it into his big coat pocket. He's like, all right, I'll pay for you later. Don't worry. Come on. And he's going to just put a hand over her to kind of shield her from falling debris and get over to the bakery.
Love it. Love that. So, recap, everybody. We have the good Tommy and Paul are in the diner right across the street. They're pulling tables off people, being real awesome. Beth and Anais are in the bakery and they're getting supplies and shit and getting ready to go. And then we have Dante. He's running down the street with his buddy and they're on the way to the bakery. And right as all this happens, this big armored vehicle comes streaming down the street, and I'll kind of like ping just about location, but it kind of stops right between the bakery and the diner to a halt. And this thing looks beat to shit. Like, it looks like it was built to withstand a whole lot of punishment, and it looks like it has taken that punishment. And you do see that on the side it does say SVTDC, and 2 people come out.
Hey, yo, what's going on here? It's big explosion and there's assholes in the sky. What's going on?
I'm not gonna lie. I think Beth like puts an arm on the people she's got with her. You know what I mean? Like boomstick in one hand, bag of goodies in the other. like sees SVT and just like, oh hell no. Like, just like back up a little bit. Like, we're gonna see what they have to say. Mm-hmm. And I think she whispers and quote whispers to her newfound people. All right, we're gonna see what they say, but I don't know, y'all. There's been some weird shit with them lately, like just trying to be like a matriarchal kind of thing, but also scared shitless. Sure. Sure. Yeah.
And Ace is like brushing off her arm, like, I don't know you, girl, please. She's like, yeah.
I think Dante is walking forward with the confidence of a young white man.
Yeah. Accurate. Pretty good. I love everything about that.
You see one of them, just the driver's side door just flings open and out stumbles a woman that looks like she just crawled out of hell. Like, she's wearing body armor that's been ripped to shreds. You see like maybe claw marks etched into her skin, and she's just bleeding profusely, especially around her abdomen where it looks like she's just pouring blood. And in one hand she has a mini megaphone, and and she's like pushing herself up to like support herself on the car before she doesn't even see y'all. She's not even paying attention to you. And she like looks into the car on the passenger side and she says, "You still alive?"
So on the passenger side, you just see a woman kind of pour herself out of the chair, and she's wearing sweatpants and tennis shoes with a double-breasted coat and a very nice blouse that's very tight. And she looks, if any of you actually watch the cheesy, crappy, like Hollywood Insider type news channels, you'll recognize this woman and you will recognize her voice. I do declare, this is the worst thing I've ever seen today. Good, good Lord. Why are all these people here? This is going to be a great show.
Just stares at her so blankly like, "You're alive." And she turns around, holding the megaphone again, not looking at any of you specifically, but she holds it up to get the attention of anyone who might still be in a building that's secluding themselves. And her gritty voice, it sounds like it's hanging on by a thread. "We know you're scared, but we are spread thin and this is an emergency. Anyone with any form of experience, ground experience, military, law enforcement, firefighter, hell, even a game warden, a doctor, we need you now. The Earth," and she points up, "is in trouble and we need you." And then she points off to this bigger building. It's like a tower, skyscraper, and she says, "That must be protected at all costs, and we do not have enough people. You have to get there, get to the top, and protect the device that's up there. If you don't, we will all die over here."
I think hearing that, Dante's gonna kind of gently go to Cheyenne. "Hey, that lady seems really hurt. She said the Earth is in danger," and then she points at the sky, so she ain't all here. "Go over to that bakery lady. I'm gonna go check on her." And he'd go over to the injured SVT officer, and reach into his first aid kit, pull out a bandage that is very clearly meant for like a child's boo-boo. It's like, hey, officer, what's going on? Hey, you got a lot of scritches and scratches. Don't worry. I'm a firefighter. His coat very clearly says probationary on it.
She like lets the megaphone drop to her side, and she like puts both her hands over each of his shoulders and looks at him in his orbital sockets real deep and says, "If that's true, that is where you need to be."
All right, it's just the captain sent me out to get coffee and some sort of breakfast items, and if I don't get back, he's gonna put me on latrine duty. So like, I can definitely meet you there. But I mean, do you know a good place? Because profiterole, honestly, it's a little fancy for our guys. Like they prefer something
Honey,
simple.
honey, if we don't save the earth, ain't gonna be no toilets to clean. You gotta go. Go now. Get.
It's like that scene in Jaws where the man stays still, but the world zooms around him, and it's Dante realizing, oh no, the toilets are in trouble. I have to work.
And right as this news reporter says that, from the sky, and poor Dante, you're right there. So you might catch a glimpse of this giant creature. And it looks like half humanoid, half lizard. It's like 9 feet fucking tall. It's bulky as shit. And it just comes falling out of the fucking sky. And it lands right on this woman. And you hear the impact of that.
I feel like Dante had the bandage out offering it. It's like I don't know, some kid's cartoon character on the top, and it's just covered in this person's blood, just shaking. He reaches into his bag. It's like, I'm gonna need a bigger bandage.
What's everybody else doing?
I think, honestly, Ben's like, oh, hell no, just starts pushing people. We're getting the fuck out of here. Nope. Like, that girl just got smushed. She squished on the ground. I even think she probably, to be honest, I feel like she probably recognizes the reporter. She absolutely watches just garbage television in every form and fashion. And she'll just be like, I love your stuff! As she runs past her. I hope you make it out here! But yeah, she is absolutely like, nope. We're getting, like, absolutely just full-on panic mode. We're getting the fuck away from this place and away from that thing. So anyone that is willing to be pushed by her, basically, if they are too stunned, Big Mama Beth mode has been activated.
I think before Dante joins that gaggle of group, is there anything that he sees underneath this splattered just mess, like a key card or anything that would stand out to him?
You still have that poor SVT agent who is bleeding out, who had the megaphone in front of you.
Okay.
I thought she got crushed.
I mixed up who was crushed. Okay.
She's alive. It was the poor news reporter on the passenger side that got flattened. Yeah.
Oh no, my favorite person!
Your favorite person is dead. The SVT agent who is bleeding profusely, who died
loved your
the
stuff!
world's tiniest Band-Aid, is still alive at the moment.
I think in that case,
I love your stuff. I hope we can remember you.
Oh, the in memoriam's going to be beautiful. I think Dante would just gently reach out to the SVT office. Is it all right if I pick you up? Do I have your consent? Just kind of like gazing up at the sky, like I don't want to grab you. Again, probationary. I don't want to get in trouble, but citizen in danger. I think I'm allowed to. And then he's just going to lift her up in a fireman's carry and run back to the group.
Before he like picks her up, she just says, "Get into the building with everyone else, and I'll explain more."
I think Dante definitely takes a second to look at all the different buildings and go, she said building was not specific. I'm going to the bakery. I got to get coffee for Captain.
What's going on in the diner? because you guys would have heard the announcement on the megaphone.
Yeah. So Tommy heard the announcement and his eyes go wide. This is like the thing he's been waiting for all his life, a chance to actually do something big to prove that he's somebody. And so he starts heading for the door. He said, Bert, I got to go see this. And so he starts heading for the door. And just as he gets to the door, he pauses for a second. He reaches into the dessert display case, grabs a couple of donuts, and then heads out to the SVT truck to see what's going on.
Yep.
So he runs right up to the truck.
Tommy, right as you run up to the truck is probably you also get to experience that poor news reporter getting flattened by the dead alien body.
Yeah, and that's the most intense thing he's ever seen as a policeman, especially in this utopia. And it kind of pauses him for a second. He's like, oh, man. What? And then he turns to the wounded woman and says, where do you need us?
Anyone can look at her and tell that, like, all the color is just draining out of her face, that she's just not long for this world. And she'll just say, we are spread too thinly, and this quadrant of the city, people have to get to that tower. And she points to it and says, I'm not supposed to tell you what it is, but all you really need to know is that it's a soul bomb. That should be all you need to know. If it is not protected, it will go off and everyone around here will die.
That's it. That's all he needed to hear. He looks up to the building. He says, who's with me? Let's go.
All right, slow your roll there, ticket tape parade. She said she needed a bomb. I've got some topical creams in my first aid kit if you could grab that real quick.
Oh my god.
Bomb.
Oh, you mean like the fire kind? Oh, crap.
So, Paul, having checked on as many people as he can, he's gonna step out into this travesty currently happening. He's gonna run up to Tommy because he knows Tommy. He's gonna look to his left. He's gonna see this giant alien body and a smushed human, and he's gonna think later. And he's gonna he's gonna go up to Tommy and says, "Is there anything I need to know about the situation? Because it looks like there's stuff I need to know."
It's bad. It's bad. This alien fell from the sky and we're out of here. You see that tower? There's a bomb up there we got to protect. Let's go.
I think Anais will have some questions for this lady who looks like she's on the door of death. Because like I said, she always questions people's motivations, especially SVT anything. So she's definitely going to run up on this lady and be like, bitch, what? First of all, how do we get in there? Number 2, why would we protect a bomb? Number 3, what?
I think honestly, like Beth is trying to leave. She's like, nope, I don't want any part of this. But also, why would you run after a bomb? Don't go towards a bomb. That sounds bad.
I agree with you. Yes.
Also, why is it made of souls? What? Because that's all she heard was soul bomb. Like, what? Oh my god. But honestly, if this girl is like, she's obviously bleeding out, and Beth's not gonna say leave her, but I think she's kind of like, y'all, we might need to move her a little bit now. I don't know if there's other lizards
gonna
coming.
be like on her, like, no, you're gonna answer this question because, girl,
darling, I don't think she will be long enough to answer it if we don't go.
Do you see the giant lizard right there?
To be left.
Yeah, Dante's holding her fire, like, or bridal carry, just looking at all of these people yelling at this poor wounded person. Like, all right, guys, we got to talk about bedside manner later, but officer, why don't you lead the way since you got the big boomstick?
All right, I'm gonna point towards the tower and say, "Let's go."
As you all are, this is like a really real chaos, and I love everything that's happening. But before this woman can answer your question, she dies. So while you all are questioning and what should we do with her and how should we bring her, Dante, maybe you notice, maybe you don't, maybe somebody else notices that she's just gone.
Sorry.
Can we let the dice tell that particular story if Dante knows?
Absolutely. You know what?
Oh
Why
my
don't you
God.
roll me just a d20.
I love this
there's
for
a little
him.
dice icon right there, right? It's a
Just
simple
a
dice
random
roll.
d20. Let's
Just give
see
me
it.
a d20. Why not? Let's see if he notices.
Oh no.
All right, see if I can get it to roll me a d20. That'd be lovely too. I know it will in a moment.
Not gonna lie, I don't know if I want Dante to succeed at this or not.
Oh, it was.
No,
It's an 8.
no, he doesn't. He doesn't. I mean, that even
So-
beats a difficulty of like 3, and no, he doesn't. He
Not for the first time in his career as a probationary firefighter, he is carrying a dead body around unknowingly. And so, yeah, he's, oh, thank God she got quiet. I'm not good at talking to patients when they're injured. He's just carrying this dead person behind everybody.
So real quick, while you guys are handling this, I will tell you that in Forge, if you click on, let me see if you can see this. 1 second. This one should show. Yes, so you should be able to see city map. Real quick put together,
Yes.
just so you kind of have an idea of where you are. So the purple icon is where you are, and the red icon is where you have to go.
Hell.
That is a
All right.
fair response, okay? So you are on the other side of this canal. There is a subway station, you know, that runs throughout the city because obviously we have beautiful, beautiful transportation. But you know, there was a ferry service that was running. I don't know if it's still running. Y'all can go find out. But yeah, that is pretty much the only big tower around here. So that's the tower that you all have to get to. So you can tell me what happens next.
All right. So I think Tommy would know his way around the city, so he'd know he'd need to head for a bridge at least. So I think he's going to lead them towards South Street and hope the bridge is still intact. Or would we be able to see that from here?
From you, it's smoky. It's real smoky. The sky's real smoggy. There's lots of little fires, so you can't quite tell from this distance, but that will be revealed kind of as you start moving and get closer.
Okay, cool. So he's going to usher them along and start leading them towards South Street. What is the big lizard doing?
Oh,
He's
he
nervous
did.
about that.
that's a really great question. The big lizard is, for all you know, just laying there.
Okay.
I think as we start moving, Dante would lean over to Beth. He's taking South Street Bridge this time of day. It's going to be jammed.
Darling, I think everything might be either cleared out or horribly jammed. I don't really know. I was walking in a tunnel and a subway crashed through it, so sure.
Was it the F train? Because that's usually late.
I mean, technically, I think it will be late today because it was off tracks, darling. It didn't know where it was going anymore.
Ah, man, that's a special tools. I'm not actually trained on those tools yet.
Honey, I don't know where you want to take her, and I think she just kind of like very gently puts a hand on you, like on your arm, like, I think you can put her down now, darling.
And Dante looks over, does the quick mental arithmetic. Okay, what do I have in my bag? I've got gauze. I've got some Neosporin. I've got my bandages. Damn it, I don't have anything that's going to fix this. And so he just gently lays her down and kind of stares from her like, it never gets easier.
Unfortunately, I think Beth would probably look. Does she have a name tag or anything? The
Like, are you
SPD.
Yeah.
Friendly.
Yeah.
Like, y'all must be joking right now.
Well, the thing is, we don't need to carry a dead body through this. Okay, it's just gonna slow us down.
We don't need to check it either. So
No, I'm just looking for a name tag. So if we find somebody and all this chaos turns out to be not that bad, and she can
Not
let
that
people
bad.
know.
No, you gotta notify
We're-
next of kin. Officer, you should know this.
I'm gonna take her badge. We're just gonna keep on moving, darlings. Let's go on this Frogger map. It'll be fine.
Dante pulls out some wet wipes and starts cleaning the blood off of his uniform. Very ineffectual.
Did anyone pick the super smart stat block?
Dante clearly did not.
Yeah. No, nobody picked the super smart. Okay.
That's
Chad-
the adept
Chad
one.
did.
Uh,
Tommy
I
did.
think
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was about to say no. Beth is definitely studded for might.
Okay.
Pretty sure
I'm
I
gonna-
am.
Just some.
Okay, so I'm gonna have everybody give me an intellect roll.
Oh lordy. And we have base difficulty 1. You said.
Yeah, everything's a base difficulty 1. Yep.
Okay. I don't have anything for this, so.
3.
Base difficulty.
Oh
one.
man, come on, Dante, where are you at?
Oh.
Oh shit. Okay.
oh, hello.
Okay.
Yes,
finally!
Got some smarties in the house here. All right.
Happening. Shit, Beth. Okay.
Oh my god!
Oh my
I'm
God,
shocked.
Beth and Tommy. All
I'm
right, let
speechless.
me. Shit. Major effect and everything. Let's fucking go. First nat 20 of the game. What's up? What's up? All right.
I'll take it.
I love this for you. Okay. Tommy, you as you guys they're talking about, and Beth reaches for the name tag. You think it would probably, like, you just get this little, like, kind of like cop instinct, bro, that maybe we should, like, search the alien's body. Like, maybe I should just go over there and see if there's anything on it that we could maybe use that might give us a fucking clue about what's going on. Maybe I should just take, like, a quick peek. That's kind of the instinct that you get. Okay, and I'm gonna change it.
Okay.
Beth, you were kind of like dialed in. So as you kneeled down to take this woman's name tag, despite how you feel about SVT, you know that they are, this woman clearly had information. Whether or not you believe the information is something else entirely. But you also think that, like, maybe you should, despite what NIE says, that maybe you should give her a little pat down. Maybe even you should search the car that she came in. Like, there might be stuff in there that you need. So you have this really strong urge not just to search the body, but the car too.
Gotcha.
Okay.
We'll definitely go through, like, her pockets and everything. Not like loot that body level. You know what I mean? But, like,
we're in
just-
RPG, baby, get that loot.
Like, no, she's gonna go through. Definitely wants to grab her name tag. And honestly, like a wallet, I don't really know in this time frame how we would have one. Maybe there's pictures in there or something.
Sure.
But she was a person too. We got, we can't lose our humanity in this bullshit. Grab, and also if she has, like, I don't know, taser, something, might defend us. But because Beth is a bit more of a maternal person, but that also means we get shit done.
Sure.
We will protect ourselves. Y'all, let's just go through the stuff real quick. There might be something helpful. I know a lizard smashed through that thing, but I'm not saying it's drivable, but they had to be prepared somehow, right? So let's do that, and then anyone that wants to help her will go through the car as well.
Okay, so let's
And
start.
I just had an idea. I think we should check that lizard as well.
I will let you touch that. I'm not touching that.
I'm not touching either. I got my baton, so we're gonna poke it around.
Let's start with the. Go ahead.
Dante would go with Beth to assist with searching the car for, like, road flares or anything else.
Paul, what you doing? Poor Paul.
Yeah, Paul. He looks to the car they were driving, and he looks to Tommy poking the alien with a stick, and he thinks, Tommy's got the right idea, but I'm still not ready for that. So he's gonna go open the trunk of the car, go through the back, and see whatever they were hauling, if anything.
Perfect. Yeah. What's NIE's doing? Everybody's looting.
Since Beth didn't want to go loot that body level, but instead is going to the car, she's definitely going to look down and be like, no, I'm going loot that body level. Let's see what she has on her, because...
Oh, so you're like in it. You're like, bitch, I'm in all you. Okay, so this is fantastic. Let's start with the body. So you insert character name here, right, for the body. But you do find, Beth, you do see that this person has pictures, and it's super cool now where, like, photographs are, like, holographic and sometimes they change and stuff. So you can see her with all her SVT DC buddies and stuff, and you see that she has a picture with two of the maybe terrorists. Their names were Dante and London. Right, and Dante is this. Describe Dante, babe. What does Dante look like? Give me a good description.
He's very himbo.
No,
I
not
mean,
not not
even though-
not Fago. No, not you.
Oh,
Other Dante.
different
Other Dante.
Dante.
Yeah, thanks.
That won't be confusing at all.
That's right.
There is a Dante Linkovich that hailed from around Poland, and he's kind of tall. He's a little bit on like the paler side. He has dark brown hair and green eyes. He kind of looks like a curmudgeon, but looks like a well-mannered man.
Yeah. You and then this poor agent was a picture of him on one side, and on the other was London. Vander, why don't you just describe how London looks in this picture? Vander, if you're still here, you're muted. I can describe London. You don't want me to do that. I can get Dante to describe London.
No. Hold on. I have to mute. So London is this darker toned woman, and she's got like space buns, big space buns on her hair, and her hair is actually purple with like about a ½ inch of dark roots. She has a cybernetic eye, so one of her eye matches her hair, and she's just looking in this hologram at Dante with abject disgust. Like a bird just pooped on his cheek.
Got it. Yeah.
It would kind of give Anais the idea that these two probably are kind of like siblings that despise each other, but they tolerate each other's company.
And this
she's about.
Go ahead. No, go ahead,
Sorry,
Vander.
but
No,
she's
please.
like about almost a foot shorter than Dante, so it's a very, very big difference. And she's just looking up at me. So, yeah.
And this SVT agent in the middle is just like all smiles, like she just like, it's like that face you make when you've just met your heroes. And you would know that from the newscast, this is where the conflicting reports come in, because an Uber driver claims that they saved his life, that somebody was shooting, but other people are like, no, they did cause the chaos because same day there was like an explosion. But then there's like also rumors that Dante and the Archangel Michael are like BFFs, but like everybody doesn't know if they can trust Michael anymore because Michael has also been hanging out with terrorists. So nobody's really sure, like, it really just depends on what Reddit thread you're on, how you feel about the situation.
Yeah, I was going to ask, so the reporter that died, what would they have reported on that situation? Because I feel like Beth does not watch a lot of Variety.
Vander, what did that reporter report on the situation?
The people. Yeah.
This reporter is very pro SVT. She does not trust the one world government. So she would have been like, she would have done the research and been like singing London's praises of how, she had all of these doctorates, and she would have done a deep dive and be like, there was another Suresh in the 20s, the 2000s and whatevers that may or may not looks very similar from the little archives that she was able to find, but had the same sort of doctorates and everything. And so she would have gone into the cryptozoology, is like, maybe she's a vampire, but whatever she's doing, it's great for humanity.
Oh my God, Laura. Because it definitely will color the way that Beth looks at this.
Sure.
I think she's just like, oh, this poor girl. We're gonna name her Camilla. I don't know. All right,
Camilla's a great name. Let's call her Camilla.
FPT agent. Sorry,
Yeah.
Camilla.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're Camilla now. Anyway, oh, this poor girl. We definitely have to take this and make sure that her fans and family know. And maybe I think she's talking to herself, for the record. She's talking out loud, unfortunately, for everyone else around her. But she is, and just like, oh well. Oh shit! All right, now we got to do it. And we'll gather the personal belongings.
Sure.
From Camilla. Yeah.
Tiani, you're kind of deep dive into her pockets. You'll find a credit card. You don't know if it's still, but it's kind of how you guys do money now. Nobody carries actual. Don't be a savage. Don't put money in your pocket. It's like on a little card. Come on, be fancy. So she's got one of those. She doesn't have a taser. She's armed. She's got a sidearm. And I don't know if you've ever seen a gun in your life, but she's got one of them nice, highly futuristic, actual fucking weapons on her. It looks like that she did have really nice body armor on, but whatever kind of shit she got into did not help her because, it's got a big ass hole in it. So whatever killed her said, I don't give a fuck about your armor, and murdered the shit out of her. You would also find this really shiny key card, and it does not have any markings on it other than it says SVTDC. And Beth, when you see it, you will kind of get the sense that that is really important and will probably help y'all, and you should probably hang on to that motherfucker. Okay. What else will Tiani find? She really goes through she's got good running shoes on, it's your size. So if, you're not,
perfect.
Yeah. She's got like really good
No,
combat
I have my
boots.
bag. I'm taking those. Sorry,
Okay.
girl.
Got good. She got that good on. There are, don't worry too much about rounds, but it's loaded. Safety's on. If anybody actually knows how to use a gun, might help. You might not. Who's to say? You might shoot yourself with it. I don't know.
I'm really gonna grab onto that and alert the cop. Like, you probably could use this
Yeah,
to
I'll
save
take
us.
that.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He does have his duty pistol on him, even though it's Utopia, but this looks military grade, so he's very excited.
Yeah, sure.
Oh no.
Yep.
Let's inside the SUV, in the back of the SUV, Paul, you will absolutely find some really nice high-tech flares, flares help you out. You find a radio as well, and it seems to be turned off at the moment, but you can fiddle around with it if you like. What else do you find? There's some other kind of stuff. There's some blankets. You see that there's actually is another what looks to be like nice fitted Kevlar piece in there. It looks like it was made for a female type body. Not, I shouldn't say. How do I say? It looks like it would probably fit Anais more than poor Beth. Yeah, just because. Okay, but that, yeah, not. We love you, Beth.
It's a child's medium armor.
Exactly. It looks like it was made for little short ass London. Is basically what we're trying to get at here. Like little ass London. That's probably who this was made for. There's not too much in the front seat of the car other than a lot of blood. It looks like that the reporter, however, dropped her phone, and she had one of those. I mean, it's 3043, right? So you could shoot a whole 4K IMAX movie on your phone, and that's on the floor on the passenger side. So whoever is around there will probably find it, and then I'll let you guys do with that. I don't want to dump too much information at once, and then I'll get to you poking the lizard in a second.
The lizard?
Yeah, in a second, Tommy. Go ahead. So Paul, what are you doing with all that stuff you find?
I start gathering up the flares and the radio, anything else I found back there. I call over my shoulder to everyone else in the SUV. I say, "We got some tech back here. I don't know what the run to that building is going to be, but if we can use this stuff, I'm taking it."
I think when you yell over your shoulder, Dante is just right behind you, glaring at the flares. Hey, man, you gotta be careful with those. 9 times out of 10, a forest fire is started by a road flare.
Paul is going to look at all the buildings and say, "I'll keep that in mind."
I love it.
I love it so much. So, Tommy, you walk over to this alien body that is just laying there underneath the poor, smushed news reporter. Shout out to her. And you poke it with your stick. And you see that this thing, like I said, it's humanoid looking. But it is very clearly a reptile. It's fucking huge. It's got on this really fancy fucking armor, and it looks like that whatever happened to it, it took like a punch to the chest, is what it looks like. That knocked it, or fucking fell out of the fucking sky from. And then I'm going to have you give me a speed roll, please.
Okay. Whoa,
Oh,
pretty fast.
no.
good
Tommy,
start. Good
you
start.
you have 2 XP. Would you like to use one of your XP to re-roll that, or do you want to keep that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
You now have 1 XP. I will.
I
Give
mean,
you
look, it is a crit of some kind.
Yeah, I will. I was like, our first nat 20 and our first nat 1. I will. Let you go ahead and give me a reroll on that one.
Let's get that out of the way. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll
There
settle
we
for average.
go.
Yeah. Okay. So you poke this thing, and then like out of a fucking horror movie, this thing kind of jerks upwards. And it goes to fucking grab your leg. And it does. And it gets a hold of your leg. And it's squeezing. And it's not great. You feel like if you stay in this grip, he's going to just break your fucking leg with his grip. And you hear him talking, but you have no idea what fucking language this is. Ancient Sumerian? Like, what the fuck? Like, he's saying something to you very, very angrily. And he's got you by the fucking leg.
Oh. All right. Well, the first thing I'm going to try and do, does it feel like something I could pry off with my hands, or is it?
It feels like you might
Way
need a little
tighter than
help.
that.
It's way tighter than that.
Okay. So I'm going to actually draw my sidearm and try and shoot its hand.
Oh, you want to shoot at the hand that's around your leg?
The hand that's around my leg. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Why don't you give me? We'll call that. You know what? You pick the pool. I don't care what pool you roll that from.
Okay. So I'll do it from Mike then.
Okay.
And I am going to use a level of effort. On
Sure.
that.
Smart.
And I do have my edge, so that's 2 points, right?
Sure. It'll automatically calculate it for you.
Oh, automatically.
We don't do math
Okay.
here.
Okay. So effort to ease task, 1 level. Got
There you
it.
go.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Whew, that was almost a 3.
Woohoo! That's nice. That's nice. So you guys standing around all of a sudden hear like some ancient gurgly fucking language, and then the sound of a fucking gun going off, because that's super cool. But Tommy, you shoot it in its hand, and it lets your fucking leg go, and then it looks like it's trying to like crawl backwards off the lady, and it says something else. And you notice, Tommy, that as it says whatever the fuck it says, its armor, like, glows like it has reacted to whatever the fuck it just said, and then it slumps down. But the armor is still pulsing.
Not to
Guys,
interrupt, but
Run.
Anais is a flight attendant. Would this be a language that she would be able to recognize in any way? She's encountered many different species.
Well, here's the thing. We thought this one was extinct. Let me ask you this. Is anybody here a history buff?
Dante watches Ancient Aliens.
That's amazing. Yeah, actually, Dante, when you hear this, you remember that there was this really old episode on Ancient Aliens talking about the dark times of Earth back in like 2012 that nobody talks about. And during the dark times, it was said that like a lizard people race just like this one was like enslaving the earth, and the angels helped us get free or whatever. And they had like this whole cool episode on like the language of it. And you're not smart enough to like speak languages or shit, but you can tell that that's the language, and you think that, but like apparently according to this episode, like we won and they're not supposed to even be around no more, cause shout out to angels and SVT and shit. So like, what the fuck?
I think that would draw Dante's attention. He's kind of, hey, Illuminati!
Man, they endure even now.
I'm telling you.
I think seeing that this thing is gripping is Tommy's leg, I think finally Dante pulls out his big fireman axe, just like, you doing okay? You need a hand?
So after he shoots it off and he sees the lizard do what looks like a last move, and that armor's pulsing, Tommy puts 2 and 2 together and tells everybody, run, that's a bomb. Get as far away as you can.
Don't tell me twice. Start hoofing it slowly. Yeah, no shit. Beth is out of there. She ain't waiting. You don't have to tell her anything.
Yeah.
When people aren't reacting fast enough, he's gonna scream at the top of his lungs, "Run!"
Yep. Dato.
Yeah.
Take
Paul,
off.
what you doing?
I hear run from in, and I just throw myself out of the SUV and start bolting.
So our amazing six, they've done such a great job. They've got their stuff right. Fucking Anais got some fucking boots in her hand, you know. Beth has some pictures, you know. Like you've got all their stuff right, and you guys are hoofing it down this street. The body doesn't explode. You get maybe a block. But what you do, if anybody looks over their shoulder, what you will see is what looks like kind of like a drone, but wrong. And it comes out of the air and it hovers over the dead body. And then you see it kind of zones in on you guys. And now you realize that you are being pursued. And we'll take a break right there and find out what happens next after we come back from a break. Yeah, it's break time. Everybody stand up, stretch. We'll take about 5 minutes and we'll be back for part 2.
Y'all doing great so far.
We're not dead yet.
Listen, I forgot to add the break screen, so we're just gonna put you on the starting soon screen and we'll be back in 5. We are back. Shout out to everybody who's hanging out with us in the chat. Fade Touch, active listening, lurking. You guys are great. So, our completely awesome 6 totally normal, amazing people have, looted some stuff. They've got some goods, and now they are running for their lives down this street as what looks like this drone is chasing them. So I'm going to ask you guys, give me some feedback here. If you take a peek at the city map, give me an idea of what direction you're running. Like, is somebody trying to jump in this canal? Are you guys running towards the South Street Bridge? Give me just an idea of direction. You can be, listen, maybe somebody's going in the water, somebody's going to the bridge. Like it doesn't whatever. Just give me an idea of who's doing what.
Beth ain't swimming. Nope. She was running down the South Street.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Beth be drowning.
Sure.
Yeah, Tommy's still trying to urge everybody towards South Street.
Okay. Got it. So you guys are hoofing it towards South Street. What about the rest? Everybody? Is this kind of like a consensus? Everybody's running towards South Street?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll listen to the co-op.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you guys are hoofing it towards South Street, and this thing is pretty quick, and it is getting closer. And if anybody else looks over their shoulder, you will see what looks like, probably like it's gun-like, pops out of this thing. And it is quite clear that it is going to shoot at you. So I need everybody to give me a speed roll.
Oh, no.
It's going so well.
This is absolutely my speed character. Yep.
All right. Difficulty 1.
Difficulty 1, yep. But base difficulty 1.
Good hit roll. Not great.
Oh.
I saw that. Like, woo!
Sounds like there was a close call.
Okay.
I don't know if Beth is making it out of this one, y'all.
Tried a little bit of effort.
Paul got a 5. Paul CC, but beats difficulty 4, beats difficulty 1, beats difficulty 4, beats difficulty 2, beats difficulty 2. Okay. So, oh dear. Okay, so if you got a beats 8 difficulty of 3 or under, if you were 3 or under, you will feel hot, burning pain strike probably your legs, your leg area. Yeah. And the good news is you're not going to bleed out, because as you get shot by this thing, the wound will cauterize. But you will not be able to use that limb.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Like,
oh.
So, yeah, so Beth is screaming. She's obviously not doing well. She does have her, like, stick, though. So is there any weight at all that can be put on it, like a crutch type of thing? Because she'll try.
Sure.
Not saying she'll be successful.
Sure,
But yeah.
absolutely. She got, like, a stick. She's trying to, like, hobble it along now. Yeah, like,
Yeah, because she had, like, her, what she calls her boomstick. It's literally just a baseball bat. She's got that thing, because that's all she's got. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
She is going to hobble, screaming at the same time, but hobbling.
I think Dante would try to help, just like throw one of Beth's arms over his shoulder so that at least they can hobble a little bit faster together.
Okay.
Thank you, because I'm bleeding.
No, you're not bleeding. Cauterize. It's fine. You just got like a hole in your leg. You probably like see through it. It's
My
fine.
soul's bleeding.
Yeah.
It's all right. I got a dinosaur bandage. Can fix this right up.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm shot or not.
What did you roll? What did you roll?
5.
What difficulty level did you beat, Paul?
Difficulty 1.
You have been shot.
Ow! Damn.
Yeah. Cypher system. You get
difficulty.
get used to looking at difficulty instead of the dice. Yeah.
Okay.
So more. It's
Yeah,
cypher system is more about difficulty levels. So
Mhm.
yes,
And just to check, I only beat a difficulty 2, so I am definitely shot.
you are definitely shot.
Okay,
You-
just double checking.
you were
Yep,
definitely
nope, I'm
shot.
definitely shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what difficulty I beat. I got a 7. That's all I remember.
Yeah, let me
There's
see.
a little box at
Yeah.
the bottom in bold that says beats difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you see it
Uh,
on your roll? You beat the difficulty 4. So,
So
yeah,
you're fine.
Anais, you was out. You's out. As you're running, you probably hear people like you hear poor Beth screaming behind you, like, "Oh my god!" And so so far it's Anais and Tommy that are okay. I will have Anais, Tommy. Please give me an intellect roll.
Okay.
oh,
Interesting.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do this because it's actually really hard to like look. Okay, separate lines. Okay, so you both, or maybe you don't, but whoever takes a peek back at this thing following you, you get the sense that like maybe you could shoot it.
Yep. So Tommy's gonna look at Anais and say, "Can you fire a gun?"
I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Do I look like a cop to you? No, but I can try."
So I'm gonna hand her my my service pistol and use the military pistol myself,
Okay.
and tell her, "Let's shoot this drone down."
I don't care what roll you roll this from, but why don't you guys both try to shoot this thing?
oh no.
Back
Backfires.
And don't forget, you got the XP, so you can roll it again if you want.
Ooh. Well then.
Anais, will you be re-rolling that?
I will be.
Okay.
Add the XP.
No, you can just subtract. Just keep track of it. You got 2, so now you've got 1.
Okay.
Kind of just keep track thing, and then just go ahead and just give me a re-roll.
Okie dokie.
Oh shit! Okay.
Wow, nice.
Wow.
Dang, okay.
What we're talking
So,
about.
I
I'm
know
not a
we-
cop,
right.
but I play one on TV.
There you
I
go.
know we said episode 1 was called No Heroes, but you know what? Why don't you two describe how it looks as y'all turn around like some fucking badasses and shoot the shit out of this thing?
Go ahead,
So,
Tiana.
Nice turns around. He sees this just metal flying drone with its gun pointed at her and her little cop friend right now. And she's looking at Beth mainly because, you know, that's the person she's been with, hobbling along. So Anais takes the gun. He's looking at it. She looks over at him. She's just like, well, you know what, bitch? Whatever. Let's do this. So she points the gun at the drone, fully expecting to miss, honestly. She's like, well, this is how I die with these fools. But whatever. Might as well go out like this.
Right.
She tries to center herself so she won't like all over with whatever recoil this has, because she knows that's a thing.
Right.
So most she could do is balance herself. She aims at it and she decides to shoot.
Love
And I
it.
guess she's
Is she
focused.
like rapid
Wildly
fire, or is
successful.
she just like singular shot? Is she like poo 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 poo? Or is she just like bam?
She does 2 because, you know, always double tap. At least 2, but she doesn't want to waste too many bullets.
Right,
If she
right.
gets it the first time, great. Hit it again, that's it.
Nice.
Tommy's shooting at the same time, and as the thing gets riddled with holes, he turns and looks at her with a look of awe. Is it no training? He's
None.
kind of embarrassed by how
Just like,
much better
yeah.
she did in that moment than he, and he's been waiting for this his whole life.
Oh no.
Good shot. Not bad.
So, you know, Anais, because you got that major effect as well, like, so yeah, you and Tommy just obliterate this fucking thing, right? But then you also notice that it looks like one of the kind of like guns on it might still be operational. So if you wanted to go get your little loot goblin on again, that might help you out.
Definitely, because she does have to pass by Beth also and grab the card. She's not really going to help her, but she's like, oh, you grab something from that agent back there. And on my way to the gun, I'm taking that just in case, you can't keep up.
Kick it.
Beth, do you let her take the card?
Hell no. No, I'm kidding. I'll give it to you, darling. I got enough problems right now.
I think Dante would try to see if anything in his first aid kit can help Beth. Just he probably has. I mean, it's my first aid kit, and that's where he picked it up at the space target. And so I would imagine it's got Band-Aids, it's got some ointments. It probably has some feminine hygiene products. So perhaps he can use a tampon to seal the wound.
So it's a hole, probably like about.
I was like, I think it's cauterized.
Yeah, it's probably like
about.
Yeah, it's cauterized. I mean, you could.
100% about what the injury is. He's just throwing stuff.
Yeah,
at him.
absolutely. Like if Dante hilariously like tries to stick a tampon in there, it'll probably just like fall through.
And it just falls out the
Yeah,
other side.
yeah.
Honestly, I think Beth is too stunned. It's just like, oh, darling.
He definitely does it like 2 or 3 times. It keeps falling out, and he's like, okay. All right, I got an idea. He's gonna hand you like a tongue depressor. So just bite down on this, honey. And he's going to just get a little bit of water, pour it on the tampon so it expands, just creating some sealant in the wound, and then wrap it in gauze to add a little bit of structure so that it doesn't get more injured or infected.
Dante, why don't you roll how painful this is for Beth? So why don't you give me an intellect roll about how well you do this?
He's absolutely going to use a little bit of effort on this because anything intellectual requires effort.
Don't do that.
No, that was me, not Beth.
Like he's got his tongue out, he's sweating. Like, see if I can do this.
I think Beth is regretting all her life choices right now.
Oh,
hey, wait a minute.
It was on a nat 20.
Oh, well,
it fell off on it.
So her skill, quick hands.
Yeah.
She's gonna use that shit.
Right. So Beth, why don't you give me a roll to see how successful you are at stopping him from helping you?
I would make that a might roll. I just want to ask before I do it.
You can, sure, absolutely. You can do a might, speed, whatever you want to do here.
Yep. Because it's definitely, those ones reaction things where you can't stop it. And you're like, I think it's one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, please be slightly better.
Yes. Okay. Beth, so you watch him like pour the water, and you're smart. So it's pretty clear what he's going to attempt to do. And why don't you just describe how you stop this catastrophe?
Yeah. So I see that he's concentrated, and I'm like, again, maternal. I'm trying to let him learn. Like, Beth, he's got to learn somehow. No, he's got. And then when I see what he's about to, I'm like, oh hell no. and before, like, it's even a conscious thought. Like that smack you get when you're trying to like grab or something, and your mom's like, no. Like it's one of those, just whack. like, darling, I appreciate the effort. Like you're doing great. Tampons are for blood. It's not bleeding. She's like demonstrating with her hands, like it's okay. How about you find me 2 sticks about the size of my shin, and you got bandages. We'll do that.
You just big golden retriever energy. He hops up and starts looking for sticks.
Oh, buddy. She's like, no. Like as much as I would like to walk right now, I just poor dude.
And he's got a hole in his leg too. He's just he's kind of limping as he goes.
4 sticks, 2 that are bigger and 2 that are smaller.
He definitely heard 4 6, so now he's confused if he's getting 4 6, so he's probably
all the sticks. Yeah, that's fine.
Paul's been watching this horror, and he just looks at Beth and says, "He ain't touching me."
I'll help. Okay.
I feel like on the back of Dante's coat, where it would say "Big City Fire Department," it also says, "Do not allow this man to first aid you."
Not trained in first aid.
Like it's hand drawn on there by his captain.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Observer only.
Right.
Student firefighter. Use caution.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, so great. So as what are I love this. What are Tommy and Ais doing while the golden retriever's off getting some sticks? It looks like Beth and Paul are taking a breather. What are you two guys doing?
So Tommy's going, now that he's sure the drone is down, he's gonna go over and try and help out the wounded, probably starting with Bert, who he knows best, and he's gonna go check Bert out. He says, "How you doing? You all right?"
Bert says, "Yeah, I'm fine."
You want me to look at that wound?
Bert says, "Yeah, I'm fine." While you're at it, could you look at Paul too? Because Paul looks like he's awful hurt.
Sorry.
Bert's my alter ego.
Sorry, Paul.
Just puts on a new hat.
So he's gonna check Paul out. That's good. He's fine.
Yes, while this is happening, Anais went to go get the gun. She had picked up the card from Beth on the way over. Looking at Beth, she feels a little bad. 'Cause, at least Beth helped her not go and die by subway crushing earlier. So she's looking at the drone. Is there anything that might help Beth specifically? She doesn't really care about the other ones to help, crutches or something to help her stand up and walk.
You know what I will say? I will say that you guys you're kind of in a different part of the downtown area, so you won't find anything in the drone. You will find what looks like this cylindrical device. It looks like a gun. You're not quite sure how to use it, but you are smart enough to realize this is a weapon. I'll figure out how to use it. I'll figure that shit out, right? It's light. It's really light, compact, feels kind of cool, right? Yeah. Not too heavy, but you look around, and because you got that major success, I will say that there's like a pop of pills, right across the street, and you're pretty sure they'll have like crutches and shit in there.
Oh, Anais will look back over and she will point out the store because I'm not going by myself. I don't feel that bad. Okay, but I will let someone lead the effort and I will be behind watching as they go into the store, first to see if I can enter after to maybe find some supplies for these people.
Yeah.
So she does alert people that the store is there, giving the option, but I'm not going by myself. Absolutely not.
All right, I'll go with you, and we'll go find some supplies, and we'll see if we can help these people.
Okay.
I'll be your canary. It's okay.
Perfect.
So, Tommy, you've kind of wandered off to not Tommy, excuse me, Dante. You've wandered off to go find sticks, and there's some wooded areas because listen, we are all about harmony with nature and stuff. So that's not going to be a problem. But you notice that you actually see this. There's you guys aren't alone. There's people doing the kind of the same things you are, trying to figure shit out. And you see that there's like a couple kind of off to the side, and it's two ladies, and she's got one of her friends propped against the buildings, and they seem to be doing okay. But it's weird, Dante. You're maybe, I don't know how your level of attention is here, but they seem to be talking and like you guys trying to figure things out, and then like they kind of freeze, and like one of the lady's eyes like rolls back into her head, and then it happens to the other one, and then it looks like something faint kind of shimmers around their midsection area, and then it almost looks like, I don't know if you watch any ghost stories, but it looks like maybe like a ghost is just released from them and seems to shoot off and go very purposefully in some direction. You're not sure where it goes. But after this happens, these two women, their eyes come back, but they're all black now. and they're kind of like twitching in a weird way.
I think.
And I'm so sorry I've done this to Dante.
That's the thing is, there's the funny thing Dante can do, and then there's player thing Dante could do. I think Dante was, again, golden retriever mode, just looking around for sticks like, a dog does. And I think his eyes kind of finally get up as that whoosh of ghost energy comes out.
Sure.
And he just kind of stares, just black-jawed for a moment. And when the eyes come back black, he's just, I got trained on putting out fires, and that is not a fire. And he's just gonna, kind of the Scooby-Doo stepping backwards, like, y'all seem to have this under control. He's gonna back with the group.
So, no, we really get to Tommy and Anais in just a second. So, Beth and Paul, you guys are just laying on the street, kind of just bonding, I guess. And you will see Dante kind of backwards walking.
Just, he's got his axe in one hand, not like aggressive, just like loose, just kind of backing up and just, hey guys, I don't know if this is a vitamin B deficiency or something, but it's getting a little freaky.
Darling, did you hit your head? What?
Constantly. I'm a firefighter. But
it's okay. I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Those two ladies ain't, something ain't right. Something ain't right here. And I don't know, they didn't cover this on Ancient Aliens last night.
Can we see them? Like,
no, you can't see them. They're kind of like off he kind of like fucked off. So yeah, you have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
What happened, darling?
I think they gave up their ghosts, and now they're ghostless people, and they got black eyes, and I mean it's, I don't know, some freaky deaky going on here in Big City is all I'm saying. Anybody got one of them ropes to tie up people who might maybe be a danger to themselves and others?
No, I have my apron, but I was going to use straps of that for my leg. I'm scared to ask if you found any sticks.
I think, just kind of looking down at the axe in his hand, I mean, I got one, but
no.
I think maybe we look somewhere else. This seems to be occupied.
All right, well, this is going to be rough. Okay, you got to help us up. I know you're hurt too, but we'll just struggle together.
A little hole in the leg, that's just a boo-boo. Come on, let's get out of here. And I think he's kind of scooched back, trying to keep his eye on these two twitchy people. Just reaches down, pulls Beth up, and it's like, all right, we're gonna walk real casual, and if they start looking at us, just be like, hey, we don't taste good.
Paul, what you doing?
For the record, Beth would not leave Paul behind. She would help him up as best she could.
Dante's he's fumbling backwards with his free hand, just lifting up anything that he kind of touches, just pulling it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I get up with the two of them, and I'm trying to process what Dante has said. And I say, can you give us any specifics? Like what did you see?
All right, so did you ever catch that movie with the guy who played the president in that TV show, but then he was also he was a serial killer in a movie from this, your mom and dad's age? Anywho, so there was that, crazy creature thing, and it would it'd come out and it'd have big black eyes, and it was it looked like a shark, but if a shark had, bear teeth. You remember that one? That's that. But people.
Look, I watched trash television, but that never came on. From
it wasn't
the
premium
very,
or nothing. You got
from
this
the
on
very
regular
vague
TV.
description that he gave us, does it sound like they got soul snatched or something? Ghosts came. Okay.
I mean, ghosts maybe from what he said. I mean, he said ghosts, black. You're
the word
thinking
was
demons?
They gave up their ghost and they got black eyes.
Yeah, so you're
yeah.
Demons? I don't know. Anybody watch Supernatural? What we got going on?
I'm did they have shark teeth? No, but yeah, she's trying to piece out what did the movie have anything to do with that?
Yeah, but you know, like the reboot of Supernatural, you know, from the before the dark times, like that. It's one of them. They got the it could be a demon. I don't know.
All right, so an alien fell out of the sky and crushed a news lady, and then a drone chased us, and now we have to put up with like snatchy nom people. Great.
See, Paul gets it.
I could have been making grilled cheese today. Why'd this happen today?
Oh, you want to have a grilled cheese off? I'll challenge you any day. But maybe we do this somewhere else.
So you weren't close to them, right? Like, and she kind of like gets underneath and looks at his eyes just to make sure, like his eyes look normal, right? Okay, so you didn't get close to them, right? Okay, so good. Get on you, Dante. We'll just slowly see where the other two went. I think they're trying to help us, or they just left us for dead. I'm not really sure. They didn't really say anything when they left. So we're just gonna hobble and make a nice beeline around and try to get over this bridge. So I think Beth is gonna try to like help us hobble because she's got her stick. You know.
So are you hobbling towards the bridge, or are you hobbling towards the first aid store? Where
question? I thought we were on the bridge when that happened.
You are not on the bridge yet. Nope, you're not quite on the bridge.
We're not on the bridge yet.
Nope, you're not quite on the bridge yet. No.
Did they say anything to us when they left? Because I don't remember it, but could have happened. I don't know.
Yeah, Aisha did say she found a place that had medical stuff, but she didn't want to go alone. So.
And y'all can see it. Like y'all are like literally think that you're in the middle of the street, and then you just look across and there's a pharmacy. Okay. So and that's the direction that they have walked off to.
Let's go this way. Definitely not that way. Where the fuck you went?
I was looking for the stick store.
I know.
Did we hear any of this happening as we were going towards?
Right. So let's cut to Tommy and Anais, right? So as the poor three people that have holes in their legs are hobbling their asses, group, 3 legs are better than none, across the street. Tommy and Anais, you are in, you approach this pharmacy and it hasn't even been like ransacked yet. We're not even that time. You do see that there are people inside that are kind of like huddled up and they just kind of don't want to go outside, but people are trying to, because this shit does not happen. Like, this doesn't fucking happen. So people are having like a real hard time with this. Some people are kind of just talking amongst themselves like, the one world government will save us. Other people are like, nah, it's some SVTDC shit. And other people are like, nah, that dude who runs the government, his name's fucking Roman. He's a dick, bro. I read that whole Reddit thread about him. And do you know that it's even rumored that he killed his wife because he was married to a Terenzio and they say he fucking shanked that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I bet you this is his fault. Other dude's like, no, bro, you crazy. He's fucking, you can trust the government. Everybody knows you can trust the fucking government, man. What you can't trust is somebody with the last name Terenzio. That's what you can't trust. So they're having those conversations in the pharmacy. Not really doing anything productive, more just talking about Reddit theories and that kind of shit.
Amazing. Love it.
Great. Oh, were we able to hear the people that were behind us that we left behind?
No, you can't really. Yeah, you guys are pretty much at the store now. You can't really hear it. Yeah.
Okay.
One person says, you know what? Nah, that's bullshit too, because like, you remember that? What was her name? I think it starts with like an L or something. I was in a cafe once and she hissed at me, dog. She hissed at me.
So I feel like Anais is definitely listening and, trying to remember this, but she's also like, I'm not good. Who the hell cares? Did you not see? Do you not see what we just went through? Are you joking right now? So she's totally ignoring them because you know what? They have really no impact on her life. She's listening, but not trying to interact and trying to find what she came for. The one, like the pair of crutches for Beth and Beth alone, because like I said, I'm not loading up my hands. Here for one person.
Sure.
That's about it.
Yeah. So
go
ahead, Tommy.
I'm just gonna follow her down the first aid aisle, and as we're walking towards the crutches, I'm gonna start grabbing useful things off the shelves as we're going. I'm gonna grab some alcohol, some bigger bandages, anything that I think we could use right now to help those people. And then once we get to the crutches, and he sees her grab one set of crutches, he kind of tilts his head. and then grabs another 2 sets to make sure everybody's got a pair.
Does Tommy have a backpack?
Tommy does have a backpack.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. Okay, because otherwise
Yeah.
Tommy's hands are like super full now. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you guys are doing that, right? And so back outside to our 3 poor little hobbits that are fucking trying to make their way to the fucking pharmacy. Now you guys see what Tommy saw. It's weird. This pair of women come walking towards you, and you might be able to hear them. They keep mumbling that they've lost it. That's all you can hear under my breath. I've lost it. I've lost it. I don't know where it is. I can't find it. I've lost it. Give it back. And the more they talk, the angrier they seem that they have lost this thing. And they're moving towards y'all. Like y'all are responsible for what they have lost.
I think Beth is going to be like, all right, we need to hobble a little faster. You know, because I'm assuming if they're mumbling to themselves that they will not hear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're not going to be receptive in any way. She's going to look at Dante, and I'm going to assume that Dante can move a little bit faster. Dante, hobble a little bit faster to that store, because those 2 are the only ones that have the guns. We're gonna need those, I think. Like, if you can. Like, I mean, just start yelling. Like, you're probably louder than me. But yeah, we'll be like, we just need to move a little faster, y'all. Just and keep eyes on them. Yeah.
I think Dante would probably put himself in between Paul and Beth and the incoming women. Just as they're pushing back, he's just, if something goes down, he feels responsible to be in there. But it's also kind of over his shoulder. Officer, citizens need you to protect and serve.
Dante, I'm going to need you to give me a speed roll, please.
Seems about right.
Sorry. I'm trying to get you out of here.
All right. Luckily, I'm not too bad with speed.
There you go.
And let's throw an effort on there just to see if it helps, because he's been rolling so well so far.
Yeah, nice, nice. Who is directly behind Dante?
Probably me.
Beth, can I have a speed roll, please?
Because that's definitely my highest stat. I promise you. Okay. Base difficulty 1. Okay. Fingers crossed, everybody. It's not terrible.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'll take it. Oh no.
Paul, can I have a speed roll, please?
All right, speed. Difficulty?
Base difficulty of 1.
All right.
And if you want to use effort, go for it.
Where are you hiding effort?
You should see it on your all-in-one roller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Effort to ease task. I'm gonna put in 1 level.
Yes. That's all you have.
Yep.
Oh!
Nice. So it's this kind of hilarious domino effect, right? Dante, you put yourself bravely in front of these 2 behind you, right? And then one of the women just fucking lunges, and it's inhuman. She was like over here, and now she is fucking coming at you, and your instinct is to just get the fuck out of the way, unless you'd like to try to catch her. You wanna snatch her ass? Are you moving? Talk to me about how does Dante handle this as this woman just flings her whole fucking insane body right now at him?
I mean, he's got the axe in his hand. I feel like Dante's just and he's just gonna bring the axe.
Oh, he's gonna take a swing. He's gonna.
I gotta protect the 2 behind me,
Sure.
Which means the 2 in front of me are just slightly lower on the triage.
Sure. Why don't you give me a might roll on that?
All right. Luckily, Dante is a little mighty. And he'll definitely put it in a level of effort because he's freaking out.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah. So the first so this woman, and you axe down, and it lands right in her fucking skull. Like you just, it's literally
It's like one of those TikTok videos of the lumberjack, and just like, ha, ha.
Right. It's literally like that, and she doesn't die immediately. It's kind of, she's like wild, like kind of swings at you before she finally just kind of slumps on your axe. But then the second one kind of climbs over her friend, over you, and is like lunging at Beth. Beth.
Oh, hell no.
Right. You are, oh, hell no. You move. Paul, there is a woman with black eyes screaming, I've lost it, give it back. And she has landed on you. So you collapse to the ground under her weight, and she has her hands around your throat, and she is violently choking the shit out of you right now.
I'm going to take this club and hit her with it. No, we ain't doing that. Mama bear activated. just for it.
So I got it. So Beth, you kind of like, you fucking like jump out of the way, but now your intent is that you're gonna get to your one leg and you're gonna try to take a swing. Paul, before that happens, what do you do?
I've grabbed onto like her wrist and I'm trying to pull her off me.
You're just trying to pull her off you. Why don't you give me a might roll to see how successful you are at that?
Okay. I'm not the mightiest. So let's see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You are trying, but she is inhumanly strong. So you're kind of able to get like just enough that she's not fucking snapping your trachea in half, but you can't quite get her off. So Beth, why don't you give me a might roll to see how successful you are at, like, you know, old slugger like, here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I was using this to walk.
Right.
No. Like now it's just full body swinging.
Sure.
Let's see. I would like to put effort in here. Effort D's task 1 level, please. Roll, please be good. This is what I'm good at. Hey,
you even had like a silent disadvantage because you're doing this on one leg. So you're like, it's some A+ shit right now. So, Tommy, you probably heard, you know, Dante like, hey, officer, can we get some assistance? So maybe you guys are making their way, and you see Beth like a gangster just, Beth, why don't you tell me how you fucking knocked this? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, so here's the thing. As a baker, there are certain things I work with, like chickens and things like that, making pies. Mm-hmm. There are joints. She doesn't need those. And so it's just, I think, honestly, Beth is just swinging on like the knees and probably elbows first just to get her to, like, you know, she doesn't have the structure to hold on anymore.
Sure.
So do that first, make sure I don't hit him, and then just... if I can tee her off of it and then just keep going, I probably would, to be honest. Like, get the fuck off, man.
It's really like a trauma release Mama bear moment. I feel that, I feel
like the stress needs to come out too, because she's freaking out.
Right.
And then she just saw people with like just all black eyes, and they're like, give it back. Honestly, she's probably like, I don't have anything,
Tommy, you come out of the store, and Dante has got some poor woman's head on an axe, and Beth is beating the shit out of another woman with a baseball bat. That's pretty much what you see.
She's screaming the whole time. We didn't take anything.
Dante's got his foot up on the woman's shoulder, trying to pry his axe loose. Like, I'm coming. Don't worry. I'll help you in a second.
Dante, you don't have another leg to stand on, so you just fall. So now you're just on the ground trying to get the axe out of this woman's head.
I'm laying there on the ground like, oh.
We're all screaming. All three people are
Literally,
screaming.
that's what's happening. That's what's happening.
Tommy's gonna see all this, charge over. First, make sure everyone's okay.
I feel like
He's gonna look at Beth in a whole new light because that was quite an outburst.
yes.
Beth,
He's gonna just-
I'm sorry I have to ask this question, but I do need
Yeah,
to
no,
know, is she swinging until the body stops moving? Is she still swinging as Tommy walks over? Kind of describe, like, how
Unfortunately, yeah, she's just swinging.
she's still going.
Like just screaming and swinging and
Right.
just like not like their level, the women just like I lost it level repeating, but
Yeah.
there's definitely a like we didn't take shit, we're all just trying to survive. Like it is absolute just stress relief at this point.
Sure.
Just
So,
zoomed in.
we don't
mode.
have to
Yeah.
get too gory, but insert what that looks
Yeah.
like.
Well,
No, you don't have to. No. You don't have to describe it. I'm just like, for everybody.
okay. Yeah.
Scene described. There we go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Like Anais is sitting there. Her respect for Beth has grown substantially. Seeing her beat the shit out of this woman.
Y'all don't even know why. You're just like, yeah.
I'm glad I took it on faith that
I know,
was
right?
like an appropriate response.
Anais is all about
amazing.
self-preservation, so she's going to assume that you are trying to survive. And you know what? We're real weak in her eyes at first, trying to get everyone, to safety. But now she's like, okay, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm glad I went in to go grab some crutches for this one person because you know what? At least she's proving herself a little bit. But otherwise, she's watching. She's watching, all on the floor, screaming. It is Paul, right? Did I get it right that time?
Yeah.
I mean, she's like, okay, maybe if we had to go out, I'm not worried about him. I'm just gonna see who else is around. She sees like Dante trying to get the axe out, and she's like, ooh. I don't know how I feel about him right now. But I do, like, one of her skills is her perception. And by that, I mean, like, she'll think about the situation at hand. She's very measured, like I said. And she definitely observes more so, and she will choose, like, an action that benefits her the most. And we see if maybe she looks around to make sure the people behind her aren't about to roll up on them as well.
What a great idea. Yeah, sure. Why don't you give me a perception roll from your intellect pool? What a wonderful idea that was.
Oh no.
Just in case.
You do notice that it's a little bit quieter than it was before in the store behind you.
Okay, so I'm definitely going to turn around to make sure no one's going to roll up on me specifically at first, so I can move out the way just in case.
Yeah, you don't really see anything. You just noticed that kind of as you were approaching, you heard all the talk, and they weren't quiet. They were like, especially the one that thought that London hissed at them. They were very upset about that. But now it's kind of quiet in there. I mean, they could have just moved.
No, I feel like she's not going to assume they just moved. I'm definitely going to be backing up from that store now, and I am going to alert the others behind me to say, I think we need to get the hell out of here. Meaning me, really, but, giving them the option to join me in escaping.
Do you hand Beth the crutches, or are you just like holding on to those as you just fuck off?
Oh, yeah, I definitely, like, drop them next to her. Like, there you go. That's for you. Did what I came here to do.
That's okay.
Love
And
it.
do you begin
She's
walking
so
down the
relatable.
street towards South Street? You're heading towards this bridge now?
I mean, I'm moving a little bit slower, giving the able-bodied cop the opportunity to be ahead of me.
Okay. All right. What's everybody? All right. So, at a
It's
steady,
okay. You could just call me the meat shield. It's all right.
at a steady pace, Anais has dropped some crutches and fucked off. So what's everybody else doing?
Well, I think Tommy's first gonna try and grab the bat and Beth's arm at the same time and go, "It's okay, she's gone. She's gone." Try and get
You know.
try and snap her out of the state she's clearly in.
Thank you might get swung on a little bit, but yeah, it's probably half-hearted. She's probably really tired at this point. But oh shit, sorry. Are you okay? Okay.
I'm fine. Are you okay?
And like, unfortunately, she again Baker, right? She has an apron on. I'm sure she looks like from a horror movie now, just probably covered in blood. Like, oh shit, yeah, I'm fine. Oh god, Paul, I gotta hobble. Paul, you okay, darling? I didn't hit you, did I?
Probably once or twice, but
I'm sorry.
That leg's already bad, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Okay. She the thing. I'm sure she's dead, right? She's gonna like look behind her. She's
very
gone.
dead.
Okay.
Yeah, she's dead.
I'm so
Very
sorry. You tagged us. Okay. I think she's having a little meltdown now, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, y'all. We got. Oh, she got me crutches. That's nice. To be honest, I don't think she would pick up both. I think she'd pick up one
Okay.
and like put it on the bad leg, or yeah, on the other side. Let's say it's her left leg that's been, wholly at this point. She'll put the crutch on the other side so she can walk, and we'll, use it appropriately. Anyway, but that way she still has a swinging hand.
Sure. It's really important. Yeah, no, that's legit.
And seeing that Tommy has stuff for the others, we'll make sure to try to help them up as well and be like, all right, we should probably move. I'm so tired. Like the adrenaline will wear off eventually. It's going to be really exhausting. We got to move while this is still going. But yeah, it's try to help the others up and go to Dante, especially, and be like, Dante, all right, so this is your bad leg. So you need the crutch on the other side. Like, have they covered this yet for you, darling?
Dante's got like 1,000-yard stare as you like stand him up and get the crutch on the side. He's like, Captain always said, axes aren't for people.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, it's like doing the pat. Like, it's gonna be okay. That lady, clearly, you were right. She was gonna hurt us. You did the right thing.
She kept saying we took something, and I forgot I took an energy drink from the bodega. Do you think that's what it was?
I don't, darling. I don't think so, because I know what bodega you're talking about. I give them free stuff now and then. I don't think she worked there. I think you're okay.
No, Chi-Chi would have recognized it. We should go.
And Chi-Chi would have been mad. I think she's trying to help him around to get going.
And I think he's been trained in medical stuff. He is a firefighter, despite how long it took to get there. But it's a couple steps of him doing it wrong before he kind of gets the rhythm of walking with a crutch.
Yeah, darling. No, you put your weight on that crutch, and that's how you walk with it. Anyway.
It seems to hurt more, and then less, and then a little bit in the middle.
Yeah. So she's gonna, Beth is gonna make sure we're moving. Like, all right, Tommy, and she's gonna describe to Tommy and Anaya specifically, what they saw. So like what the stumbling people were saying to them, what they look like, because she didn't see the beginning part, but she saw the all black eyes and the super speed, and even in my younger days, I wasn't like that. That was absolutely bonkers. But they were super fast. They crawled over each other, and they were super strong. And like, look at his neck, because I'm assuming he's got like bruises and stuff starting. Paul does, but specifically to both of them because they have the weapons. Like, this is what happened.
I think Dante would try to explain using the movie reference, but then get a withering look from Beth and shut up.
No, she would encourage you. Like, I didn't see that movie. Maybe y'all did. I don't really understand what he meant, but something about a ghost and in their chest. She would definitely try to help you.
No, only the sequel had a ghost. The first one was a shockman.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that means.
It's like one of those shocks, but it's got man legs.
Oh, like the fish people?
kind of like the fish people, but they got like aesthetically pleasing features. This shark face, but the eyes were like with that lady's head.
And just looks at both of you desperately.
This is definitely looking at the both of them like, okay, I'm not sure which one I would sacrifice, like push in front of me first if I needed to. He has
Trip.
the axe. Exactly. Like at least he can swing an axe, but I mean, oh my gosh. So she's really trying to work that out.
Oh my
Dante
baby.
reaches into his first aid pouch and pulls out just a little pink, like kind of a Power Ranger looking character that would barely fit over like a shaving cut, and hands it to Paul for his neck.
No, buddy.
Paul, he's sitting there on his one crutch. He just silently takes it, opens it up, and like puts it exactly in the center of his throat.
A smile and a single tear comes down Dante's face.
See, darling, that was good. He's happy. Oh God.
So this wonderful, wonderful group of heroes here. While you're walking down the street towards South Street, and as you get closer, it's a high bridge, but you do see it doesn't look so great. It doesn't look so great, and it is kind of, so now you have a couple of different options here. So as you approach this bridge, you can kind of walk up the up ramp and try to see what you can see from that height vantage if you'd like, but it does look like there seems to be a hole in the middle of it. You've got there may or may not be options up there. You see the sign for the subway. And you do see that there is a ferry. You see that there are a whole bunch of people that are, trying to get on the ferry. There's some people walking with you guys kind of towards the bridge. Other people are kind of just like, it's what you would expect. It's kind of chaotic. People just aren't really quite sure what the fuck they want to do right now. So that's kind of what you guys are approaching, but you're the only ones that have a mission. Anais, I will have you give me an intellect roll.
Okay.
Well,
Dante has never felt closer to you than this moment.
You have 1 XP left. You have 1 XP left. Would you like to use it? Or are you going to let that slide?
I'm gonna let that slide. I was busy watching them. You know what?
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
they feel seen? Or...
Now you're making me regret that choice.
Oh no.
Tommy, I need you to give me 2 rolls.
Okay.
Let's start with the first one. Tommy, give me an intellect roll.
Alrighty. Just want to double check if I have a skill that applies. Is this perception?
This is a perception, yes.
Okay, so I have the perception skill. Does that mean I use trained at the skill level?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Didn't do that.
I did it once for the shooting because he is trained in shooting. So I just wanted to double check.
That's cool. Okay.
Did I
So
do that
here's
since I do have perception.
here's
and I didn't.
here's the fun thing about the cypher system. You could have been trained in that, so your difficulty level could have 1, but you still roll a 1. So
Okay, got it.
you see what I'm saying? So I can give you that beats a difficulty of, but still keep the 1. That's how fun the cypher system is. Like, you succeeded, but I still get to do something mean to you. But yes, if you are trained in something, do remember to put that on there, because that will help you out. I'll be a little bit nicer to you. Now, Tommy, I'm going to tell you in a second why I'm asking you to do this. Now give me a might roll.
Okay. Is this something to be trained in as a policeman?
You know what? Sure. Why not?
I don't know what it is, so I'm just asking.
Sure. Yeah, just give me. Yeah, you can be trained in it as a cop. Absolutely. Okay. So, Anais, you're walking down the street, right? And you're thinking about everything that's happened, and you're pretty perceptive. And you're like, wait, didn't that fucking reporter have a phone? And as that thought comes to you, you're thinking about that, and you're not fucking paying attention to your surroundings. So you don't notice that behind, kind of in the crowd behind you, because everybody's loud that's talking, it's not really quiet, but there's kind of this like, ah, like a startling kind of thing. And you hear like there's kind of like this loud boom, and then something happened. But the moral of the story is that like this fucking hubcap comes fucking flying down the fucking street like a fucking saw, and it is coming right fucking at you. Tommy, you notice. So you have the opportunity here to either save her life or not. That is up to you.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna save her. That's
So
me.
Tommy, why don't you describe what happens as you come barreling into Anais and save her fucking life?
All right, so I'm gonna see this hubcap coming straight at her. I'm gonna see her staring off in the distance, and despite remembering how selfish she was in the medical store, I am going to literally tackle her to the ground so this sails right over our heads.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna dive right at her, grab her around the waist, and full-on football tackle her to the ground, and then apologize afterwards.
Thank God, because this thing, you feel it like all across your back, and just ping, and then just sticks in like a dented car.
I go, thanks. Because mainly the shock, also because he wasn't that high up on who she respected. So now she's reassessing the situation. You know what? Let's be friends. You just saved my life. Sorry, Beth. I will be getting no more items for you.
Dante just excitedly poised. Hey, Tommy, you were like one of them sports ball guys. That was great.
You definitely did it. Oh, thank goodness.
So yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Now you guys have options. You have 3 different possible paths to take you onto the other side of this canal.
I think as I get up and dust myself off, and I again look at him like looking out, I do mention the phone just because that's what almost killed me. This thought of the phone almost took me out. I'm going to tell them because you know what? I almost died thinking about this phone for us collectively, not just for me this time. It almost got me killed. How dare y'all?
Oh my God.
Did anyone grab it?
Did anybody grab it?
For their personal stuff.
Was anybody in the front of the SUV?
Somebody was.
Yeah,
Weren't
Beth,
you?
Beth and
No, I was
Dante
in the
were
back of
looking
the
through
SUV.
while Paul was
Yeah.
in the trunk.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I did pick up the personal items from the SVT agent. I did mention I was going to do it. Now I didn't specifically say that. I will point that out. Now I'm not gonna lie though, Beth loved that woman, and so she did think about grabbing shit from her.
So you know what? I think that's fair. So Beth probably has the
Okay.
phone.
And be like, yeah, and I think she kind of like not protective of it, but kind of like, yeah, I did grab it out of like the potato sack with all the other like baked goods. Also, doesn't even want a croissant. I mean, are you hungry? No, okay. She'll kind of like rattle the phone. I grabbed Camilla's phone. I mean, I figure she's probably got pictures on it too. Now she has a brother and starts listing like deep dive special topic. You just found it. So she's like talking about Camilla's life and how much she liked her.
Straight up
Has
stalking
been
that
followed in this
news
checkpoint.
reporter. How do you feel, Bander, about this tribute to this character?
Yeah, she was so sweet. One of my favorite specials she did was when she covered that pumpkin festival that one year. I thought pumpkins were a stick. Yeah, it's y'all. She's gonna keep going. You got to stop her.
I think I do stop her. I'm like, okay, thanks for that. But you didn't think to mention that you had the phone with information that we could use. How about that? Again, my respect for Beth is just falling.
But that's personal information. No, I didn't think like that. I was thinking, well, maybe her brother would want to hear about this if he's still alive. I mean, it kind of gets dark. Like, I don't really know. I mean, I don't know how we talk to him. Maybe you should call him. It's just like, wait a minute. Oh, that's terrible. Oh no, here. Anyway, I don't know anything about this. And we'll hand it over. I'm assuming to NIE, since you're asking about it, she would hand it over. Now, don't break it though, okay? We got give something back to her.
To really think about kicking that crutch out just for a split second. I am gonna have to look into
Oh
this.
shit! Oh no, she did just beat somebody down.
Ooh, we're gonna get our first PvP. Let's go.
But instead, I am gonna hand it to my new friend. So he can look through it. Tommy the cop. As I still think about maybe, slapping her just a little, not a lot. But girl.
I will point out real quick, did we all hear that scream? Before
Yeah, you
that
probably
Boston saw
Probably,
came?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Can
didn't get
I
that.
just look around real quick?
Sure.
Just like, wait a minute.
Yeah. You know what? Why don't you give me a roll, see how much you see?
Okay. What pool would we do this from?
Let's call it. Shit, let's just fucking pick one. I don't care. Maybe intellect. Probably, let's go intellect.
Okay.
On this one, yeah.
All right. Like, wait a minute. We almost
Was it
died.
an explosion that's caused?
It sounded
that
more
hubcap?
like an impact.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay. Please don't be too bad. Oh shit.
Hey.
Okay.
Nice. Let's go. Yeah, so it's hilarious. Like the crowd parts for you, like fucking Moses part in the sea, Beth. Like almost they just knew that you needed to look down the fucking street. And, and that night. And you see that it looks like a piece of the building had fallen onto like a car, and that was kind of the impact. But because you also got that minor effect, you also, if you just happen to look up, you see that on the top of one of the buildings from where you came from, it looks like a lizard person and an angel are throwing down on the top of this building. It is a fierce fucking fight. Yeah. You also notice that it seems that from the spaceships it seems like there's more and more debris kind of starting to rain down as what would happen as things get destroyed.
Right. So doesn't look totally lost yet, kind of thing. Like little display. Okay. I think at one point, or seeing this, Beth just goes, yeah, all right, fucking get him. Like, yeah. And we'll be like pointed out to y'all if you're looking at her, but like, see, it's not lost yet. We got this. We should probably move. That looks bad.
Yeah,
cheering with her one crutch and club.
Dante seeing stuff falling off of a building, just sort of like that hangover meme, like the numbers, the math starts flying in front of his eyes, and he goes, "We got to get off the street." And he's gonna kind of just point over the canal, like, "All right, I got enough change from the captain. We can take the ferry. I don't know if I have enough for the toll on the bridge. How's everyone's pocket change?"
I mean, I've got my like RF code. We can probably just swipe it, but honestly, I don't think if they're charging, I'm gonna talk to them about that. They shouldn't be doing that. We got to get the fuck out of here. Like, absolutely not. But we should probably move. You're right, Dante.
Do we want to go ferry a bridge or swim? I'm not a great swimmer.
You guys are on crutches. I don't think we can jump that giant hole in the bridge. Unless somebody's got a better idea.
Skinny walkway? Did the whole thing collapse? Is it a hole or is it just gone?
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you mean hole like severing the two sides of the bridge?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Yeah. So because it's like a high bridge, and from like where you guys are, it looks like there's a hole, but it also there might be something like it. Your DM is telling you there's an option there, maybe.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, from what you can see, it probably like looks like a hole, but maybe you want to go check. Maybe you don't give a fuck.
Now they do have a concession stand on the ferry, and it's really
to
good.
you.
Now, food. Well, I do have some food. This was made this morning, so if we really get super hungry, now I'll admit there's a lot of butter in this. So sorry, we'll run it off. It's fine.
I gotta watch my figure though. The firefighters calendar is coming up, and they always go for me.
Which month though? No, that's not important. Anyway, Now here's the thing, y'all. I'll admit I don't really like water. I'm not going to be able to swim in that beyond the leg. But also, I don't know if we want to be stuck on a boat. Like, because Dante, you said those two ladies were just sitting there. Yeah, like, and those ladies were just sitting there, and then they just right.
Yeah, but there's a big crowd heading to the bridge too. So, what is it they say? 6 one way or 5 the other?
They say anyway. I just y'all. I don't know. I like being able to move on the ground and have options, but I don't know. I'm with y'all. Okay. I wouldn't have survived that without y'all. So.
All right, let's check the bridge
Flow
first.
of the crowd. Yeah, you see people going bridge, subway. Everybody, there's no consensus with the people that are just walking. They're all like some people are waiting for the ferry, some people are bridge, some people are subway. There's even a couple people that are trying to swim. Somebody's doggy paddling.
Oh, darling.
Y'all know that y'all know how canal water is. That shit not now. That shit not clean.
Yeah.
It's not clean.
Well, that and like swimming's a lot of energy.
I mean, some people just didn't want to wait. They just he was like YOLO. Y'all saw him. He just swan dived into that shit. Now he doggy, but he can't even really swim good. He's just doggy paddling across.
I was like debris just. But yeah, darlings, I'm fine to go where you want. But yeah, I just definitely shouldn't stay here. And just like points to top of building.
All right, bridge or subway?
Let's see. Well, I mean the subway. I mean, if the trains were all messed up, like Beth was saying, we could walk the tunnel. Anybody got a flashlight?
Also get crushed as it collapses, because a subway did just shoot out into their bakery.
And the bridge could collapse while we're crossing it. Like this
is true.
Damned if you do, and then damned if you didn't.
I'm gonna vote bridge.
Maybe an intellect roll, since perception is one of her skills. Maybe she could think of something good.
You want to try to see if you can figure out what the better option for y'all is?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, give me a roll. You know what? Why don't you all give me a roll? And we're going to call this is Crystal's homebrewed How Lucky is the Group?
Oh, shit.
So
are we just rolling like a D20 or?
I don't care what pool you choose it from. Everybody give me a roll.
Okay.
18.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared.
Can I roll directly from my perception?
Sure. Well, it would come from your intellect pool, so you can hit on intellect and just make it trained. You could just be trained in intellect for this role because you're trained. Are you trained in perception?
Yes.
Awesome.
Could I argue that as a firefighter, I am trained in looking at a structure and being able to say if it's stable or not?
Absolutely. Let's go. You can be trained on this role.
Wait, where's...
Oh, Dante.
Oh, Dante, buddy.
You know what? Just because
Tommy.
I'm going to use an XP because I just want to.
Yeah.
I want to see if Dante can get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, buddy. I believe in you.
I'm going to spend an XP to do that again.
Okay. So Paul and Dante are re-rolling. I got it.
Just ever so slightly better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, buddy.
I did really bad.
Oh,
but...
it's even worse than what I did.
Yeah. So let me just see here collectively. That's not great.
Yeah.
We don't have the benchmark of like what is considered the difficulty of this opening chapter yet.
No.
I think the ladies just look at each other like, no shit.
Yeah. So
I
have 1 XP left. I'm saving it for something that could kill me.
Yeah, I'm holding on to that.
Yeah. So from what you can tell, Anais, you're getting the sense that it's 50-50, especially with the kind of the status of the group and the fact that you've got 3 people injured. Whatever path you choose, your odds aren't great because you've got 3 injured people. That's just the long and short of it. Like, you just kind of get that sense that shit's dangerous. Dante, I will say that you look at this, like, you're looking at the bridge and you're studying that shit. And you're like, you just get a feeling that there might be a path across. Whether the group believes you or not is completely up to, but you just like, you're looking at this and you're like, nah, I think we could do that.
We all just look at him like, ooh.
I mean, it seems like the way to go.
Yeah, you tell me how you RP, how you communicate that to the group, but that is the sense that you get.
So it's like, all right, when a building's about to go, you're gonna notice things. It's kind of like when you're trying to build a sandwich and you go bread, you go meat, you go bread, you go cheese, you go bread, you go meat, you go lettuce, and then a little tomato, and then a pickle, bread, and then cheese. And at a certain point, you start to see that structure teeter-totter. Well, that's not happening to this yet. So this is a good route to go.
Slices of bread was in that sandwich?
Well, no, but then you squish it down. Look, I don't have to teach y'all. I'm not going to try to explain to you how to make a sandwich. You probably kill me on that, but you know, when you're making a sandwich for Dante Fogo,
I mean,
hey,
I
it's got the
really
bread
lost
in it.
count after 6, but that anyway, that's not important, I guess. That was a lot of pieces of bread.
Right? It looks like it's stable enough for us to attempt it.
I mean, hey, at the diner we have the monster, so that analogy made sense to me.
The lettuce on top.
Well, no, there's another piece of bread. No, you don't have a lettuce sandwich.
No, but it's not at the top of the stack. Like, why wasn't it at the anyway? It's not.
If you don't put something green in your meal, then your mom's gonna call you up later and be like, "Did you eat your greens?" And then you're gonna
That's
get in
true.
trouble.
You're right. All right. Okay, real quick, DM. What was our options again? So we have the bridge.
Subway.
I got lost there. All right,
Yeah,
bridge.
no, it's not
subway.
Yeah, you got
Ferry,
bridge,
okay.
ferry, subway.
Or
Yeah.
swim.
Or yeah, you can swim.
Or
You
swim.
can swim. You can swim.
Oh, hell
You
no.
can swim.
I mean, oh, Beth is gonna regret this later. I mean, Dante, if you think it will work, we can try it.
Look, it's like my captain always says: worst thing that happens is you die.
Yes, that is in fact the worst thing that can happen right now.
I know, that's why he says it.
Right. Oh,
I mean, you think about it, it can't really be worse than that.
I mean, I hope not. The whole little like soul thing or ghost thing and like blackout thing, that did suck. Well, I guess they did die. It's not important.
And he's
All
gonna be
right.
like, anyways.
Yeah, wait, that maybe that's not the
Thank
right moral of the story.
I am gonna look over to the only person left that I respect and give him the option. Leave me what he thinks.
Yeah, I was feeling bridge already. I say we go. Let's do the bridge.
Okay.
It's no
Right.
sandwich, but if it'll hold us, let's do it.
I'd rather fall in the water than be crushed to death, I suppose.
Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be trapped underground.
I think
All right.
hearing Tommy say it's no sandwich is the most solemnly Dante has ever said. You're goddamn right, it's no sandwich.
Oh my god. We're about to chuckle fucks. I love it.
I
Oh,
love
makes me
you
so happy.
all. I just want you to know that.
So yeah, I guess we'll start.
that's
Well, some of us
foreboding.
hopping. No, we have confidence. Look, the angels are fighting for us.
You
Fine.
love it when the DM says, so everyone has their backups, right?
I love you. I swear.
I do. Oh my god.
Before what's about to happen.
So you learn.
So yeah, so you guys are walking with this crowd of people that are heading up towards the South Street Bridge. Let me ask, Anais, are you gonna do anything with the phone? You just holding on to it, loving on it?
Well, I already gave it
admiring-
to
She gave it to me.
Oh, she
Yeah.
gave it to Tommy. Okay, got it. Yeah, Tommy, what are you
Yeah.
doing with the phone? You guys are walking along. Anything? I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, I hadn't thought of that, of looking at the phone, but I will look at the phone.
It's locked.
Okay. What type of lock? Is it password?
It appears to be a pattern.
Pattern. Okay. Can I attempt to unlock it?
Sure.
All right. Let's go ahead and give a roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We will.
I am. Hang on. I have gotten a DM, which is amazing. Oh, hang on. Let me.
I will try and apply my perception to it too.
Sure.
Now really concentrate.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, Tommy, you give it a first shot and nothing happens. Tells you it.
Anybody good at puzzles?
I try the Sudoku, but sometimes it gives me
him.
headaches.
Anyone but him. Not him. I must cut him off.
I mean, I do like puzzles. Now, I actually like the actual puzzles. It's really hard to find the ones that are still made of cardboard, like the old classic ones. What do you need?
Nod and smile at Beth and hand the phone to Aisha. Say, why don't you give it a try?
Okay, I can give it a try. Sure, why not?
Okay. Just give it a shot.
Why not? Oh.
You are also not successful in getting into this phone.
Ew.
Now, what are y'all trying to do? Hold on.
Trying to
Open
unlock
the
the
phone.
phone.
Oh, well, it's her phone, right?
Yeah.
Like Camilla's. Well, so her favorite number was, and Beth just starts rattling on about all her favorite stuff, like all the tabloid favorite things, just to see if something might spark it. Yeah.
Beth has just given you an asset on this task.
Okay. Can we try again?
You absolutely can.
Okay. I will try again.
Her favorite number was 7 because that was when she was 7 years old, that's when she found her favorite love and reported. Like, she's just that's where her passion sparked. So that's why she always remembers it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
And this time I'm really going to put some effort into it.
Yeah. Tommy, you unlocked the phone.
Sorry. Difficult.
Good job,
children.
Beth.
Yeah, darling. See, I told you she was my favorite. I watch her every Sunday morning and always record it up. Anyway, yeah, she's still going. I won't make y'all listen to it.
So yeah, Beth is talking to y'all. And you know what was hilarious? Like, you're talking about the reporter and some random person looks over and you was like, oh my God, I love her too. That was my favorite. Yes. Oh my God.
My favorite outfit for hers was the yellow one. And she had the flower. And Beth the whole time is like, don't tell her that she's dead.
Right. I bet she is out there right now with SVT just fighting for us. I think it's so great. Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna
I'm
be like,
sure-
oh, she's dead, by the way.
Oh, shit.
Somebody's like, wait, no, she died? Oh my God.
And
She was
instantly
the
ignore them
best
and look at
of
the phone.
us. Oh no.
Now, darling, and she's going into mom mode, darling, you know what, though, you were right. She was fighting for us, and she was trying to make sure that we were okay. In fact, and starts rambling.
She's rambling with her. She's
Poor
like,
girl.
good tears. She's like, nah.
At the end of her apron, no, it's okay, darling.
So, yeah, when you pop open the phone, the last thing that our darling news reporter had open was apparently, it looks like she was taking video of something.
Okay. Let's play the video back.
Yeah, so you play the video back, and you see something that looks absolutely impossible. It appears that they are in looks like it's a city a couple of miles down the road, one of the main cities, and it looks like this giant fucking thing that is almost, it's like translucent, but like almost looks like matrixy. Like it looks like a computer program almost that has manifested into physical form. But it looks like a giant fucking monster. It's got like these fucking tentacles. And you see that it appears that there is a group of people that are fighting it. And the date on this video lets you know that this happened like an hour before she came to fucking get y'all. Right? And you kind of see there's a lot of people in this video that you don't recognize, but you do recognize the guy that was in the picture with the SVT agent. He seems to be there. And he's up on this ledge and he's got like this sniper rifle and it looks like they are formed up ready to fight this thing. You also the big hunking monster or whatever. And
Dante dude.
Yeah. You see that it looks like one of the archangels are there. The kind of camera like pans and you see that it looks like it might be Michael. And there's a bunch of other people there that you don't quite recognize. And the reporter does it. She's not saying it. Looks like you can kind of just hear her breathing like really fucking hard when you see something that's fucked up. And then Dante, are you looking at the video?
I think Dante glanced at it and was like, it's main city. I'm not a fan of their sports ball. So he's probably still kind of like looking around as they're heading towards the bridge.
Okay, so he's not watching the video anymore?
Not very eagerly.
Okay, that's
he
cool.
may like if he hears something, he might glance, but he's still looking around.
Okay, well, since Dante's not paying attention, that's fine. So you notice, the rest of you that are still watching the video, you notice it's like weird because the camera seems to pan to this, like because she doesn't understand what it is, like one of those, like what the fuck is that? And if you guys have watched any like those ghost hunter shows, it almost looks like something faint and wispy comes flying into this thing. And as it kind of flies into this thing seems to absorb it. And you notice kind of this ripple effect as it absorbs it. So it almost, I mean, if there are any gamers in the group, it's almost like a power-up that this wispy thing hitting it gave it. And the video kind of cuts to that SVT agent going, no, we have to go right now. We cannot stay here. We've got to go secure the rest of the city. And she's like, yeah, they got this. And and that's when the video cuts off.
Oh, shit. To the person that is now bawling their eyes out about Camilla. See? She was fine for us.
Like, oh my God, what is that? Like, I watched The Matrix back in the day. Was that from The Matrix? Was that just a movie? Is she on a movie set? Because if she's on a movie set, that would be really cool. Because I also have met movie stars, and they're amazing. And this woman's just talking to you. It's never.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think unfortunately they've just found their niche and they're just back and forth. And like, I think so. With this, and it just goes, this looks bad. Now, I know we haven't really defined like technology and how this works here. Who's watching it again, Tommy? Like, I know you're holding it. Sorry, the phone.
Tommy and Aisha are watching. I know that.
Y'all, and I think she kind of like gets NPC face to hush for a second.
Sure.
And we'll kind of like huddle close to y'all. Like, y'all, oh, shit. I mean, we're already in it, and I don't really want this, but maybe you should send that to all of us.
The video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not just on one thing. Oh, fuck. It's like, she doesn't want to be in this, but that's the smarter thing to do. And just,
I'm assuming that I was also intently watching this video. Is there anything that maybe I might have noticed at all? Especially anything like, does it look like anything related to a ship that maybe Anais has been on before? Or anything that she would recognize?
Just for fun, does Anais ever, as a guilty pleasure, visit any of the Reddit conspiracy theory boards?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, does she? Oh, she.
Usually.
Yeah. She likes that fucking tea. Like, she's down for that. Okay.
She does. She won't tell you, but yeah.
Okay. Then low key, there's been some crazy shit on these boards, right? You know, like wild. she would know that there was a while ago there was this guy who was new to these boards. And, you know, this guy was not a fan of Dante. This guy claims that Dante beat him up. Okay. This guy claims that he was running out of a building after getting assaulted, right? That he was on a floor and some guy fell from a ceiling and beat him up, right? And then he was running out of the building and some guy, Dante and London apparently were on this same bridge, and apparently Dante grabbed him by the throat and claimed that he had hurt somebody when he hadn't hurt nobody, right? So he thinks Dante, the SVT Dante, is just a big fucking bully and he don't like that guy. But after that moment, he had done research, right? That he was trying to spy on them because he was like, there is some rot afoot at SVT DC, right? So he had actually hooked up with this other guy, right? Who knew some tech stuff, and they had one day broken into this place and they found out that there was a secret world government program run by Roman Terenzio, right? And that there was this warehouse and there were all these devices coming into this warehouse, right? And they were absolutely positive that these devices were then being transported across the city via child carrier or maybe even pigeons. They don't know. They don't know. But somehow across the city, these devices were being planted everywhere, and that there was a computer program called the Demiurge that was involved in all of this, and he had no idea how to connect any of these dots, but it was just a flood of like, and then it just got a little bit more crazy, and it was right. And now there was child sacrifices, and Dante eats children, and all kinds of shit happening after that, right? And you don't know why watching this video you're thinking of that particular post, but for some reason you are.
Oh, the doom scroll.
And he's gonna be like,
Thanks.
yeah, send that to me. But he is gonna think hard. She's like, all right, don't judge me, because it's not like I'm Dante over there, and she's pointing at, firefighter Dante looking lost in the sauce. She's like, all right, so I heard. She's not gonna say where. She's just gonna say, I heard that this Dante, and she's pointing to the phone. She's gonna tell them about the Demiurge program. She's gonna leave out a lot of stuff. The pigeons, she's leaving out. The children, she's leaving out. But she is going to tell them about a secret warehouse with the Demiurge program. And she's gonna be like, that's what I heard from a credible source. She's gonna lie about the credibility.
Remember Camilla reporting on that? Huh. Incredible. Huh. That's really interesting. I feel like she would have reported on that. Well,
I'm gonna be like, well, of course she didn't hear about it. I heard about it from someone while, when I was on a flight. I heard from a very important person. Again, leaving out who the hell it was.
You were eavesdropping on people? That doesn't sound right, but the hell, okay.
Part of the job. Number one,
yeah.
protect the safety of the other passengers. Thank you.
Good call. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's a good call. So, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I will send the video out to everybody. I'm assuming there's a way we can just touch phones and share stuff.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say, hey Dante, weren't you talking about ghosts earlier?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like that old TV show with the guys would go ha, and then the demon would go bah, and then a ghost would go. Shh.
Yeah. Come here for a second. I'm gonna rewind the video back to where it absorbed the ghost. I'm gonna say, does that look anything like what you saw?
Just eyes get wide. That's the thing that came out of the lady with the shock eyes.
Got it. So that came out and zipped off?
It went off. It looked like it was going somewhere, like it had left the oven on.
Did you see where it went?
You said that it went off in a specific direction. Do you think would
Yes.
Dante have clocked north or anything like that?
Absolutely. Looks like it. I mean, it could have gone off in the direction of that city. Yeah, could have.
He just kind of points in the direction of a main city.
Okay. So this thing is absorbing souls from this far away?
I mean, hey, let's not get preachy here. They're ghosts.
Okay. All right. Do we see any other people with black eyes, by the way?
Not currently.
As we're
no.
walking around?
No,
Okay.
everybody looks okay. Everybody looks okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All this talk about the phone, Paul is gonna go, the radio! And he's gonna reach into his backpack and pull out the radio and say, I've been carrying this thing. And he's gonna turn it on and he's gonna start going through the channel, seeing if he can reach like anyone in the vicinity who might be near this building or be nearby, and see if he can get the group any help.
So as you're turning this radio, static, some guys on ham radio or talking sexy to each other, static, and then all of a sudden you tell me if you stop or not, but you hear someone go, report.
Yeah.
And as you stop on that, you hear this person say, sounds like a very authoritarian voice. They said, right, so we've disabled in sectors 1, 7, and 8. We can't do fuck all about sectors 9, 10, and 11. We've got to get people over there because if these things go off, there's no fucking way they're going to be able to beat that thing. We've got to make sure that they get turned off. They are all active. We were fucking wrong. He turned them on. They're active. We've got to get them. Who's left? Is anybody fucking left?
I think our problems just increased. That has me thinking that wherever we're heading, there's more than one. Did any of you hear that? Other sectors? I think the lady and the newswoman were on their way to do something, and they called it a soul bomb. And there's I don't know. Dante calls them ghosts, and there's a video of this thing eating a ghost. And now the soul bombs are on. If that goes on, does that feed the thing? I don't know. Should everyone?
I was like, are you talking to us or the radio?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
I'm so scared.
I'm talking to the group.
Okay.
Okay, good. Sorry, that's me as a player. Oh God. Darla,
I knew it. Ella really wanted us to die. She was trying to set us up.
now,
Right. Are you saying
Hold on.
there's more than one of them ghost eaters?
No, I'm not saying there's more than one of those ghost eaters. The people on
Soul
the radio,
bombs.
they said that they got these sectors, but they lost other sectors, and they need to go and shut them all off. Something that they're active, and we're supposed to go to this building and guard this soul bomb that's out at the top.
Yeah,
for the
like
record,
the lady with the hole in her stomach was saying.
Yeah.
do we refer, like as layman people, do we refer to the city, any parts of the city as sectors?
No.
Like, would we know what that means at all? Okay.
No fucking idea. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just repeating the word as I heard it. It means nothing to me.
But
Well,
I don't know what that
since
means.
They are,
Would Tommy know those sectors?
No.
So
So
the police aren't using those. either.
SVP level,
Look, when,
yeah.
when you're fighting a fire, sometimes you divide it up so that you're not all focusing in one area. So, maybe they're dividing up their soul bombs like that.
Now,
Almost
should we-
coming out of his
You
nose because
haven't
it's the
said.
smartest thing he saw.
oh shit. now, should we answer them? Do we know who they are? They're asking if people are here.
We're assuming they're SVT because
Yeah, it's an SVT radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they told us to go. I don't know. Should we tell them?
Yeah, let's respond.
According to the radio. Yeah.
Yeah, let's respond. Let them know that
We're going to
who
the
we got the
tower.
radio from. Well, let's let them know who we got the radio from. Let them know we're on the way to the tower to try and
Do what?
Who is we?
Yeah, like,
Who's we?
I mean, I feel like we should just tell them what we found and let them go. I don't know. Y'all can. That's not really what I do. But looks at
Tommy's going to save the world, so he's on his way.
Oh
to the tower.
shit.
I think hearing Anais say what we, Dante would just, well, I mean, like, we haven't gotten a group name yet, Anais, but, like, we'll come up with something later.
But yeah, Paul, I don't know. Maybe tell them, like, hey, SBT agent. I forgot what her name was. Do I know her
Ask
name?
where the safe sector is, so we could go there.
Yeah, the SVT agent with Camilla, because they would. I mean, I'm assuming they would know Camilla's name. But yeah, like I don't know. We're trying to make it to a tower on certain street that I know of
Ocean
right
Street.
now.
Like, I think corner of Ocean and Maple, whatever the fuck. Sure, this map.
Ocean Maple.
Oh, it's on SVT Way. I put it on there. It's on SVT Way.
SVT
Tower
Way.
on
Nice.
SVT Way. There we go.
SVT tower.
Yeah, if you're on Ocean and Maple, you're in Main City, not Big City.
Yeah.
of New York. But yeah, Paul, I don't know. Do we tell them that lizards are falling from the sky and subways are off their tracks and we're just trying to fucking make it, but we hear them?
I guess give them an update of the situation. Maybe.
Yeah, let's hurry up and respond.
Yeah, let's
Or
respond.
like at least
Right.
ask what fucking sector we are. Are we a sector?
Exactly.
Can we get to the safe one?
I think Tommy should take it. I'm actually not allowed on the radio yet.
Probably a good call.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul holds out the radio and Tommy goes, "Sir."
All right, I'll grab the radio and I'll respond. Hi, this is Sergeant Tommy Mitchell. We got this radio from an SVT agent. I'll describe. Do we know her name?
You got her name tag, yeah.
Okay, so I'll give her name and let them know that she was with Camilla, the reporter, and that we were directed to a tower. How can we help?
What city are you in, son?
We're in Main City? No, we're not in Main City.
We're
Whatever.
Big City. Big City.
We're in Big City. Yep.
Son, we don't have.
He points to his back. It's BCFD.
We're in Big City. Yep.
Listen to me very closely, Sergeant Mitchell. We don't have anybody else in your area. Do you have other? Is that SVT agent still alive?
No, I'm sorry, she's dead.
Fuck. Son, there's nobody else. And when I tell you there's nobody else, there's nobody else. You got other people from your department with you?
Nope, I'm alone with a group of civilians.
You're gonna have to make this work. Now listen to me. You've got to get to that tower and you don't have a lot of time. Our objective right now, son, is to make sure that that bomb does not go off. They have all been remotely armed. It is armed. Listen to me when I say if that bomb goes off, you and everybody in that city is gonna lose their goddamn soul. Your fucking soul, kid. You hear what I'm telling me? Yeah, the whole city is gonna just fucking lose it. And not only are they gonna lose their goddamn soul, that soul's gonna power up something that we're trying to fight. So I need you to get to that tower, whatever it takes, and I need you to turn that bomb off.
Okay, yes, sir. How do we turn it off?
Right, so you're going to have a code, and the code is, and right as he is about to give you this fucking code, behind you on the street, from we don't even know where, but the crowd screams and is now surging into all of you. And the noise level is going up and up and up because not only are there screaming people who are running and trampling each other, but behind you, a group of angels and Anunnaki are throwing down in the middle of the street. There is gunfire going off. There are fucking giant ass spears. Somebody just got impaled. There's a fucking car that just went flying up into the fucking air and crashed onto the group next to you. Tommy, I need you to give me a speed roll to see if you hang on to this radio.
Okay.
Tommy, somebody jerks fucking into you, and that radio goes flying out of your fucking hand and hits the ground, and now people are kicking it, and the chaos is happening. And Anais, because you are so fucking in tune with perception and everything that is going on, you don't even focus on the radio. You focus on the fact that you look up and there is the shadow of somebody's goddamn SUV that looks like it's about to land on your group. And that's where we're stopped for our session 1.
Don't worry, we're gonna be great. We've been rolling like that.
Beth, but part this crowd, get that radio.
Beth is about to be like, move!
Crutch and stick, let's go.
What was the guy's name from Fairy Tale? That's his car?
Oh, is that Colin's car?
Yeah, it's Colin's
Yeah,
car.
let's go.
It's definitely Colin's car. Oh, congratulations, everyone. You all survived session 1 of the last 10, episode 1. No, here's everybody have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I love that. Oh, I'm so happy you liked it. All right. Real quick, so everybody in chat knows whether or not is everybody available next Sunday? That is November 2nd.
I believe so.
No, I thought we were going every other week, so I
Well,
have something every other week as well.
Okay, so that's fine. We are going to be then off for the rest of the month of November because I am traveling like a crazy person. So hilariously, we will be back then probably that first Sunday of December. Let me pull up a calendar really quick.
Okay.
Just bringing you the holiday joy.
I know. Matt's going to be so mad. He's going to be like, what do you mean we're not playing next Sunday? I'm like, listen, buddy. Shouldn't have
Hey, look, you
missed it.
snooze, you lose.
Yeah, all right.
Oh,
so
we'll turn into a calendar.
I know. Everybody, December 2nd, Sunday, December 2nd will be episode 2 then.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
I got that down. So everybody in chat, you know. Thank you, Shelly. Love your face.
Start placing bets about who's going to make it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will tell you that
Deadpool?
this will be our first actual. Well, probably our second. This will be. We'll start episode 2 off with a death roll.
Hey,
So you can be stressed about that for the next month.
So did you say the second? The second is a Monday. Is
the second a Monday?
Do you mean the
Is
first?
The first? Excuse me. Yes, the Sunday, December 1st. Thank you.
Mhm.
Sunday, December 1st is our next session.
heck yeah.
Thinking about a death roll on election day. Just what I needed.
Hey, there you go. And everybody did so good. I'm so glad everybody had fun. Y'all did excellent as a group. That was amazing. Yeah. So why don't you tell everybody where they can find you, and then we'll send people off to go be less stressed out. Torin, why don't you go first, love? And then pass the baton.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. I'm Torin. You can find me on the internet mostly as Torin Talks Creativity. The best place to find me is on Twitch and Instagram. And as far as what I do actually a lot of tabletop games and then voice acting and digital art. So you can find it mostly on Twitch where I'm at. So thank y'all. It's very fun. And I will pass the baton to Alex.
I'm Alex Buckholtz. If you want to, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to see the creative stuff I do, you can find me on WordPress at Weird Shit with Alex at Blogspot. Not Blogspot, at WordPress.com.
We knew. We got you.
I'm a professional.
Weird Shit with Alex, y'all. Y'all got that? Weird Shit with Alex at WordPress. Y'all got that? Pass the baton, Alex.
Oh, come on, brain. You've been talking with these people for 3 hours.
Throw a name out, you're probably right.
Yeah, I spent so much time memorizing the player names, I've forgotten the real names.
You can say by player name. Pass it off by player name.
Okay, let me go back to the map. Dante.
So stressed out about
Dante
this SUV. He's just like blanked out.
So Dante can be found most days at the firehouse. Adam Kornman can be found on social media health sites like Twitter at Officer Mancorn. That's MANKORN for writing and other weird jibes. If you want me on Instagram to see pictures of the meals that I'm eating, then that's at Adam Kornman because I screwed up the first account.
Pass the baton, sir.
Oh, and Tiani!
All right. Yeah, you can find me at either my website, voicebytiani.com. You can also find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at TianiMa. Yeah, that's where you'll see most of my announcements. If you want to, you can find me on LinkedIn, TianiMa as well. And I will pass it over to Matt.
You can find me at mattdavisvoiceover.com. I only do voiceover. So that's the best place to reach me.
Not only voiceover is amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I am Crystal. I am your game master. TalesOfTheForgotten.com. Go there and listen to all our audio dramas while you're waiting for this to return. Tales of the Forgotten will be live all day on Halloween. So if you, for whatever reason, haven't listened to Don't Look or always listened to your weird uncle yet, we will be doing live listens of that. Hannah and I will be playing Steery games. It's just a whole full day of events. So don't go trick-or-treating. Steal somebody's candy, then come hang out with us. We'll be live on our YouTube channel all day from 12 to 12 on Halloween, and we're going to have a great time. And in the middle of that, you can watch this replay and listen to all our shows. We would love for you to do that. We'll be back 12/1. Find out who lives, find out who dies, and Matt will be joining us finally, so it's going to be a great time. The other Matt, not the goat.
The other Matt.
You're not the goat.
That will be confusing at all.
That will not be confusing at all. All right, everybody, thank you for hanging out with us. Bye.